All right. So last time, um, there was some banging at the door, and then through the door there was a bunch of stuff, and then there was some music playing. And we're like, oh, where's music coming from? Okay, we weren't like that, but whatever. There was like, oh, music, whatever.
Too
And
late. I
then
assume you're like that now.
then there was some stuff attacking us, and we fought it off. And then we went outside, and then some music playing thing was all, and then there was fire, and then it was like, I will make the fire and stuff. Well, I won't make the fire, but I'll take the fire and make it all fiery, and I will combine with it to be a giant fire blob thingy. And then we fought it, and there was like a giant fight, and we won. And oh, also at some point, Kid got grabbed and you know, by some. Apparently, he like owed, or like he was late with the library book. He checked out so many, and then I caught up with him, and then some specter was like, "Oh, it's your time," and it like grabbed him, gone, and then it came back and it was like, "Hey, sir,"
That's
grabbed
rude.
six and like, "Oh, best friend," and then they're
I
both
don't
gone. It's like,
remember any
oh,
of that
Yeah,
happening.
so as Kit was being pulled away, somehow he managed to pull himself back through and say, "Not without my best friend," and then grab Sax.
I don't remember that.
Mm. It's strange because neither does Kit. Um,
Sometimes we
Sounds like
block out
something you would.
traumatic memories. So.
um, but yes, continue on Tekken.
um,
Unless that was it.
we beat the monsters and we leveled up.
You
And
did.
then, oh, and then we went back, or no, we did, oh, at some point, Tortuga was like, Helm, please save me, oh, or some prayer to Helm, whatever. Helm showed up and was like, Tortuga, uh, I'm gonna be super effective, and it was just like, and like did a bunch of stuff, killed a bunch of
Just like
stuff.
that, but manlier and like
No, I'm accepting everything Tekken says is what actually happened at this point.
It actually is what happened. Tekken is 100% on point.
And then we were already in the Helm Temple, so then all the Helm people were like, Tortuga is the chosen one. Helm has answered his prayers. This has not happened in 40 years. And they all were worshiping him, like, oh, Tortuga, Tortuga, praise Tortuga. And then they were like,
Sounds kind of blasphemous when you say it like that.
Coming from the half demon. I mean, continue on Tekken.
Listen, I'm not the one posing as some kind of like God savior, so I mean,
Really?
really?
and then
Um,
and then they were like, or the head helm person was like, Tortuga, stick around, run things. You're the chosen one. And he's like, nah, dude, I've got adventures to go on and stuff, things, blah blah blah. And then we hit up a shop, got supplies. I got some sweet ink. Just don't touch it, I think it was, or don't drink it. Can't remember.
yeah, don't
I
drink.
feel like that should be implied. I mean, I don't. Do you just go around drinking ink? I don't think.
With
What?
this group, that's a necessary disclaimer.
I want to lick it.
I was going to say exactly what Gur said, but Gur said it more eloquently, more nicely.
So, Tortuga Gear got some
I
stuff.
want to lick it.
I don't remember what it was. And then that was the end, as we are. Oh, the pig is still alive as well, because I did an awesome job of, not getting touched or, attacked and things. Or, just dropping
That's
it and
good.
killing it and having it summon the thing that we don't need to summon yet or whatever. And, yeah. That's
And
where
we're still not
that's where
100%
that's
on
where
that,
we left
are we?
off.
So yeah, so last time I was pretty much I was making the saves behind the scenes for Tekken because I thought it'd be funny to suddenly surprise. Hey, guess what? He didn't dodge out of the way, but instead this round, this session, and everything going forward, anytime you get hit by something Tekken or something attacks you, I'm gonna have you make a dexterity save. Assuming you're still holding the pig.
Sounds wonderful.
Well, technically,
Yes, Dresden is the
Dresden
one
is
holding,
holding it
but
as
it's attached to you. So,
Oh boy.
um, do you remember where we left off, Tekken, as far as location?
No.
Okay. I'm going to assume after all the shopping happened that everybody makes their way back to the tavern / inn, which I'm just going to use inn and tavern interchangeably.
Didn't get to
Um,
shop though.
No, you didn't.
Unfortunately, you were pulled away.
I
Sorry, go ahead,
do
Kurt.
first thing in the morning want to cast a identify ritual on the magic key.
You guys got a magic key, huh? There's no
Well,
way
I
that
did.
key- Ah.
So you would like to cast identify on that.
Yes, to determine more of what it is.
Okay. So you spend 10 minutes casting. Well, actually, before I forget, just so I can actually update what my actual thing I wrote here was. Right now, my thing says Scroll of Doors Ritual because I said just figure out the ritual you want it to be, and we'll
Oh, that was Lehman's tiny hut that I
Okay.
spent all night transferring into my ritual book.
Nice. Okay. So you're going to get rid of that because it has been dealt with. So you spend 10 minutes to cast Identify on the key. And you find out it is a key. It is a magical key. And you assume, well, you can tell that this key tends to it seems to take on certain properties of its surroundings. And you are sure that this you actually haven't seen a lock that a type of which is for you very, very disconcerting. You haven't actually seen the type of lock that a key like this would go into. So it definitely intrigues you, and you can tell that there are definitely powerful magics that are on it. You probably would like to keep it away from any sort of dispel, because you assume that, magic's charging this. Anything with dispel that's cast on it might make it inert, and could be potentially
boy.
bad
So
for
now
it.
we have to protect the key on top of this.
You haven't run into anything that has dispel yet, so
Yeah, you say yet, and then that kind of just, worries me.
That's how the game works.
Yeah.
I know I should have
can
took
also-
counter spell.
I can also cast identify on Tekken's pen if he wants.
Sure. What the F is this thing?
You
He
get
got
a
a
magic pen?
He got a pen in the scroll case that had the magic song for Sax when we eventually meet up with him.
Magic song.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a bard scroll. In fact, grab this and come over here. Discord. I know what I'm doing. That scroll.
Oh my.
That doesn't look ominous at all.
I thought it was sheet music, but okay, go ahead.
It is. It's just a little more ominous than normal.
Well, that's fine. That's how all sheet music looks. 'Cause, yeah. Is that thing
What?
actually safe to touch?
I mean, Gers held it so far without a problem.
Yeah,
Well,
but
actually, no, I lied because it's in a glass case. That you can
see, that concerns me more.
Well, it was to protect it from the internal acid of the worm beast that had swallowed it.
Yeah.
Feel like I should ask questions, but I've learned my lesson for that. So
Are you casting Identify on Tekken's pen?
If he lets me, sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. You spend another 10 minutes. Well, you spend exactly 8 minutes before you hear screaming from outside. No, I'm just kidding. You spend 10 minutes
Sounds about right.
casting Identify again on another item, the pen. And you, again, same thing. You determine that there's magic. There's not so much that there's magic cast upon the pen as the pen itself is magical. And you do note that there's probably a very specific type of ink. It doesn't seem, for whatever reason with Identify, you can tell that this pen is going to take normal ink. And you assume that there's a special type of ink that this pen takes. You also can tell that this pen is very special when it comes to making maps. There is... Please hold a minute while I try to remember what the word is.
Cartography.
Not cartography.
Oh,
Could you describe what you're trying to identify as the word?
I could, but I've almost found what I'm looking for. So,
trying to help you here.
we'll
Yeah.
get there in a second. Ha ha!
Okay.
Conjuration. You know that the pen comes from the school of conjuration.
What does it
seems that
conjure?
good question.
Identify, helps.
Maybe you should use it. Try it out. See what
And you know that
That's
the
probably
pen.
not a good idea.
No, Gur is correct on this. You know that if you inscribe a map, well, you know that the pen will help kind of automatically keep map rooms for you, very easily and in depth. But you also know that this pen is used for, along with what you assume is a special type of ink, can be used for inscribing sigils on the ground that probably link to the map that is drawn with the pen in some way.
Interesting. Did Tekken just get a teleportation spell? Is that what's happening right now?
Or an accurately mapping pen.
Or both.
Possible.
There's a similar spell in my spell kit that works like that.
Interesting.
All right, but you're not here. And now that we've identified these things, we should probably go and rescue Sax from Kit. I mean, Sax and Kit
Hang on a second. I don't
from
like
the library.
So, is anyone going, before we continue on and deal with where our Bard and Bird went, that sounds like a great name for a group. Before we go forward with that, is there anything else that anyone else would like to do?
Kill Kit.
Okay, so since it doesn't sound like there's anything else anyone would like to do, that is, I mean, you
Literally
could try
just
to
said
kill
something.
Kit. I mean, we could put them in a cage match, you and Kit, and we could see who comes out on top. That's if the group wants to watch that and see what happens with that. That's perfectly acceptable.
Well, I'd obviously win because Kit's not going to actually attack me, so it's not going to be much of a fight.
I mean, he couldn't even break the neck of a bunny rabbit. So, anywho,
That was funny.
And we've seen that when it comes to attacking his friends, he really sucks at it.
Yeah.
well, if he thinks it's to save you, maybe. But moving on. So, you all are in the tavern and trying to figure out what's going on with Kit. When suddenly, well, Kit and Sax, I should say, you start hearing, it sounds like Kit from a distance, along with complaining, which sounds very, very similar to Sax. And you hear, again, a sound of that locust sound, the swarm getting louder and louder, but it seems to have an overtone of Kit's screaming. Kit, you want to provide a sound effect there for us?
Or don't. Always an option.
That works too. And it sounds like it's getting louder and louder along with sound of the locust, and then suddenly you hear a pop, and a book appears and falls onto the ground. And the book opens, and the pages start kind of flapping around as if there's wind, but there's not. And you see on one of the pages is a picture of Kit, and on the other page is a picture of Sax. And it looks like they're kind of actually animating on the book. And suddenly, poof! They pop out of the book, and they are standing in front of all y'all. So, Kit and Sax, you're now back with your group. You're a little bit confused as to what's going on, but you've gained actually a little bit of knowledge during this. You found yourselves kind of in between an infinite stack of what seemed like bookshelves filled with an infinite amount of books, effectively. Almost like a hall of mirrors without the mirrors. And y'all were just wandering around for a very, very long amount of time. Actually, let me grab the picture of the thing that... Chink. Punk. And another tink. There we go. That's a picture of the thing that... well, that's the thing that grabbed Kit, and then Kit grabbed you there, Sax. You saw it grab you all, and after it took you, it deposited you there. And it scolded you for a minute, Kit, about being late on your library book. And you can actually explain, if you would like, to the group how you reacted to that. I don't want to say anything on your behalf, but essentially you were being scolded by this entity about being late with your book, and it requested that you make payment in full.
How much was the payment?
Probably your soul.
About 5 years.
Of what?
Your lifespan, I'm guessing.
Probably, yeah. Sax is
What if I refuse to pay?
I feel like you're
Well-
gonna have a much shorter lifespan if you refuse. So
I think I'm gonna refuse. I like my lifespan.
The entity says if you don't pay, what's going to end up happening is your payment, your late fee is just going to keep going up and up until it's actually claimed in full.
Can I offer Tortuga's lifespan? He's got too much of that. I feel like
Doesn't he have a shorter span than you?
I thought he lived longer than I did.
No.
Turtles actually have a pretty short lifespan.
Do they? I'm very upset by this knowledge that Tortuga will die soon.
I'm pretty sure Tortuga has mentioned this on multiple occasions, actually.
I have forgotten all of
So
this
was Lee from
information.
day one.
50 years.
I would like to invoke the ability to summon my Patreon to tell him that if I die sooner, it would not be good, and please help.
You talking about your creepy crow spy guy?
Hell yeah.
That's not
I want my
right.
patron to
That's
help
not
me
right.
not die and pay off my fee.
For some reason, the DM will allow this. Go ahead, and we're effectively saying that you're casting almost the same spell, but in a different manner that Tortuga cast earlier to contact Helm. So if you could, give me just a straight roll of a d20.
A D20. Oh boy.
So you try to contact your patron, and a small little rift actually opens up.
General Kenobi.
A small little rift pops open, and you see your patron. The patron looks at you, goes, "Do you want to turn inside out?" And then the rift closes.
Right. I forgot that was his thing.
And you get the distinct feeling that your patron is not going to help you here. The entity is sitting with its hands and fingers looking like that, kind of tapping on each other, saying, "Well, I believe that whatever you just tried did not seem to work in your favor.
Kit, I feel like you should probably just pay him before, fee.
Me
Because you
too,
don't know how much is
either.
actually going to go up.
Young. I have a long life ahead of me, and I would like to live all my years.
Why? Just why?
How long do you live, Sax?
Hopefully a lot longer than you, since I'm like, not, really anything. But I'm not going to give up any of
Exactly.
my life for you. Besides, you have to keep in mind, whenever I use my cards, I have to also gamble with whatever arbitrary thing these demons ask for, so I kind of need to keep a handle on my own lifespan. So it's not happening.
If I die young, I will haunt you forever.
Please, there's so many people coming after me at this point, and one extra ghost isn't going to kill anything.
I think you already haunt him currently.
It's kind of rude.
Okay, well,
Well, he's not wrong.
I guess I have no choice but to pay. And and I will die young.
there is another option.
Live fast, die young, leave a
No,
pretty
don't. You don't need to give him another option. He'll take that one.
Are you sure?
I mean,
right, half as long.
he's lived long enough.
What's the other option?
At some point, whenever I contact you, you instead come back and work off your debt. And not only will the debt be paid off, but we will add to your total life credit.
I do like living long.
I feel
Okay,
like that's
it
a
is
bad
a deal.
idea. You didn't even ask him what kind of work you would have to do. I feel like you should have questioned this before you just know what. It's fine.
Doing things blindly is how I live.
Well, not for long. You keep this up.
Okay, well, the deal is made. And he claps once, and suddenly you all find yourselves standing in front of your the rest of your group. You find that there's a very familiar symbol on the back of your hand again.
Oh boy.
I would like to roll, I guess, I don't know, roll something to figure out what it is. I don't know. What does it look like?
Sure, it's the tag that binds you to the library again.
What are you trying?
You
What are you
mentioned
trying to
that
identify?
you mentioned that it's a very familiar symbol. I'd like to identify how the familiarity of this symbol.
It's the library symbol.
It's the library one.
Oh,
I'm sure
well,
he's binding you to the library again.
I was just going to tell you that straight up, but the rest of your group has noticed it on the back of your hand, and are probably like, "What happened?"
Oh.
Well, no, I know what happened, but
I will explain to my friends that I will live a long time and be with them for lots of years because I have returned my books and I will work off my debt and they will add lives to me, add years to my life. So I will be around for much longer.
That's not how that went at all, actually.
I think that's what they said. I work off my debt and they will add years, and that is what they said. Do not take this away from me. Also, I would like to call on the librarian to help Tortuga live long too. I do not want to die without my friend dying with me.
Seems like a terrible idea.
This is a great idea. I summon librarian in attack form.
It's not a Yu-Gi-Oh game. What is happening right now?
Nothing happens.
What if I tap the back of my symbol?
I don't know if it works like that.
What if I would like to lick my symbol?
Okay. You lick the symbol.
That tastes
and it tastes like feathers and chocolate.
I will keep licking my symbol.
This is happening. Okay, well,
you have probably remembered you were eating chocolate not too long ago.
Let's take to get the center of a kit hand.
Oh boy.
Oh god, if you pick up Sir Killington, it's a Kit Kat. So, yeah, you are in the tavern, and you've met back up with your two other adventuring buddies. And what would you like to do?
Were we well rested in this place that we were at?
Yes.
Because wonderful.
And also, y'all have.
Guardian of Faith.
Okay. You cast Guardian of Faith. And it's about this time that you hear, as is tradition, a ruckus coming from outside.
I feel like we should just sit this one out, guys.
Because I'm going to come knocking at.
What's that, Tortriga?
Just because I know something big and bad's going to come knocking at the door eventually, and now I have hours of protection.
Well, except that it doesn't move, does it?
I don't think so. That you Guardian of Faith, right? Yeah, so it stays in a particular spot. Doesn't actually move with you.
Crap.
But I'll let you say that didn't actually happen, therefore you're not wasting any spell slots or anything.
Oh, that didn't actually happen. I was just,
So yes, how would you all like to continue on? Oh, the pig seems to be making some sort of sound. Tortuga, you interpret this sound as the pig is hungry.
I have a feeling Tortiga would say that no matter what the pig was saying.
Facts.
would you like some bacon?
Whee!
Or
Makes a
some-
very loud sound and seems kind of worried
chops?
about the bacon. Would it like some what?
pork chops.
I don't know. You could feed it and see what happens.
Tortuga, you cannot feed it pork chops. It is a pig, and it is made of pork chops. That would be
recycling.
bad. That would be like feeding me an eagle.
That way, when we
Weren't you just licking yourself like
It'll
15
be-
seconds ago?
he
You don't
he
talk about the
hasn't
things that you
stopped.
do in private.
You literally did it in front of everyone in public.
Maybe a turkey or a chicken, but
Oh no,
an eagle?
he went with eagle. That's
All right.
He
Well,
is
while you
very
discuss food
majestic.
choices, I will open the door, go outside, and see what the ruckus is about.
You
Or
go
don't do it.
outside, and you see that there's a lot of creatures shambling about. They don't look quite like zombies, but they appear to have kind of fungal growths off of them, and they're mindlessly wandering around, and they're repeating a word over and over again. It sounds like they're saying Xanthoria, and they're just shambling about. And you also notice that there seems to be some like kind of spores that are clinging to them. And you remember that when you took out that big, gigantic worm thing, calling back, that these spores kind of exploded outwards from it into the air. And yeah, it looks like some of them are still floating in the air. And like I said, it looks like people are just wandering around. People and some animals as well seem to be affected by it. And some people look like, they're trying to get in contact. Some people's, family, obviously, was infected. And it looks like they're trying to, shake them out of it or trying to, stop them, from just mindlessly wandering around. They don't seem to be attacking anyone. They just kind of seem to be mindlessly wandering around. So, with the vast experience you have of undead, that, like I said, it's not like they're actually undead. They just appear mindlessly wandering.
Anyone have a cure disease thing?
I need to go shopping in order for that to be a thing.
There is a store around, and it doesn't look like anyone's being hurt at the moment, so that could.
All right, so if you need to go shopping, let's go to the magic store. Oh, by the way, I have this glass case cute sheet music thing for a bard.
Why does it look like that?
I don't know, I'm not a bard.
Yeah, see, the thing is, that looks like some kind of death music.
Powerful music, yes.
I'll take it, it's fine.
It's a bard problem.
Come back to lead us.
So you make your way to the store, and the shopkeep recognizes you all and looks very, very happy that you're back. He says, my best customers, my favorite, most wonderful customers. How can I help you?
Yeah, he definitely overcharges us.
Yeah, he definitely does. Actually, I need what do I need for this anyway? I need diamond dust. Lots of diamond dust.
You're not looking to, use it for nefarious purposes, are you?
Do I look? Don't answer that question. I just give me my diamond dust. Just give me my diamond dust.
But, I mean, how much do you want of diamond dust?
Probably at least $1,000 worth, or 1,000 gold worth. Sorry, got me.
I've heard of these dollars. We had someone from some other realm come and talk to us about them. Kind of useless. I could write on it though. I think we might be able to accommodate you. And he actually has a little pouch that's on his hip, and he opens it and reaches in and just grabs a handful of stuff and just kind of goes and gets a little flask and drops what looks like diamond dust into the flask and sets it down. It actually looks like a almost disappointingly small amount. And he says that right there is 1,000 gold worth of diamond dust.
Huh. Don't know if I believe that. Gur, can you appraise this? I feel like you would be able to appraise this.
I can try.
Yeah, go ahead and give me, what do we say, insight last time? No, insight's person. Investigation?
Investigation I can do. That's a 17.
You look right at the shopkeep and say, I think you're missing a couple of hundred. Tortuga looks and says, you're missing 231 gold worth of diamond dust.
Oh, so you're trying to get murdered today is what it sounds like.
No, diamond dust. Very, very fine, very small. It's hard to weigh. Here, let me add a little bit extra for my best customers.
Or
he
you
reaches
need the
into his
appropriate
pouch.
amount.
and put some more into the flask. Oh yeah, that's right. I actually grabbed a picture of this shopkeep.
Part of me doesn't even want to pay him fully for this after that, because just lied to my face.
Because it's hilarious. No lying, no lying. Just
Just
a
what?
misunderstanding. That's all.
It would be a misunderstanding if my rapier find itself in your face.
It certainly would.
Mm.
I would like to roll an insight check
Okay, what are you trying to roll against?
to see if he's lying.
Lying about what? There being a misunderstanding?
Because I
Not
mean,
knowing-
we know he's
yeah,
lying about that.
misunderstanding.
Oh no, he's being 100% honest about it being a misunderstanding.
So he didn't know that he was trying to cheat me out of diamond dust.
Why would I try to cheat you out of diamond dust?
Because you're a shopkeeper who tries to make a profit on anything he sells, so that way he can keep his business running.
But you're my best customers. If I try to pull one over on you, you might not come back, and that would be very bad for business.
Oh, no. It's going to be a lot worse than us not coming back. It's more like we're going to take everything in your store and probably kill you in the process. So I feel like, yeah, you shouldn't be trying to pull things
And
over on
besides
anybody.
That, the shop is very flammable.
What was that, Tortuga?
Said things in the shop are flammable, or the shop itself is.
I don't know
Either
if it's
way.
anyone else or just me, but Tortuga, you sound very, very, very distant.
Yeah, he's a little
Yeah.
too.
His shop looks very flammable.
Hmm.
Does sound very low, actually. Check your mic.
You see, my shop used to be flammable, but then I invested in some
Can you hear me now?
fire. That sounds better. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, much
It's
better.
better, yeah.
A lot
Far
better.
Yeah. 5 bars, I'd say. Yeah, but then I invested in some extra insurance for my place, and I also made sure to build. Well, not build, but put some fire suppression systems in place. We can't have everything in here burning down. That would be very, very bad. Oh no.
Well, we could avoid a whole lot of unpleasantness if you just deal with us honestly.
I've always dealt with you honestly. Kit, your ring is burning your finger right now.
You know, the party of adventurers of relatively high level with lots of truth-telling gadgets and gizmos.
I also know Earthquake.
Well, that's...
Now that one would be a problem.
Yeah. A lot of things Tortuga knows would be a problem if you keep trying to pull one over on us.
The bird's patron likes turning people inside out.
Also true.
I've seen that happen. Very unpleasant.
Yeah.
Very, very unpleasant.
All right, so is this 1,000 gold pieces of diamond dust? And you know what? Let's make it a baker's dozen and just add a little more.
A little more. If you want a baker's dozen, I need to remove some. I actually gave you 1,400.
Good.
And he's telling the truth.
Oh.
Because I'm going to say that the insight check that Tortuga rolled is still working quite well.
Wonderful. I feel like I shouldn't have to pay so much, though, since you lied to me in the first place. So, how about a very generous discount on this diamond dust?
Tell you what. And he looks to Tortuga. You like the potions, yes?
Oh, God.
Yes, he likes the potions.
You try out one of these potions for me next time you're not feeling so well. And you come back and tell me what happens with it, and we'll call this half off. Only 500 gold for the 1,400, more than half off in this case. 500 gold for the 1,400 gold's worth of diamond dust.
Guess that works for me.
And he says, okay. And he... Here we go. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. He reaches behind his counter. For some reason, he always seems to have the stuff right behind his counter. That could be the lazy DM here. Reaches behind his counter, and you hear shing! And then the sound of dripping. And then he comes back with a vial of some interesting orange stuff. And he sets it on the table and hands it to you, Tortuga. And he says, next time you find yourself not doing so hot, take a drink, come back.
Yay!
Tell me what happens.
I mean, feels like we should be worried, but that's future us's problem.
It is. Always is. And future us makes
said it
for
was
fun for
orange?
me. Yes. I mean, it's not an orange, but it's an orange potion. And it feels very, very, very warm
Sweet.
to the touch. To the point where the table that it was set on immediately starts actually, you can feel it. It feels warm.
Well, there's no way that could be terribly dangerous. So, alrighty then. It was nice doing business with you.
As always. And he kind of slinks away and starts going back to the other patrons that are currently in his shop.
Well, that's taken care of. Did anybody have any plans on what to do next? Because, I kind of missed out on everything you guys did at the temple, so don't know if we got a lead on anything.
I did
Well, do
something
we wanna-
cool.
Yeah. Do we want to deal with the mushroom people? Do we want to slit the pig's throat and move on to Magpie? Do we want to hear Tortuga once again about his BFF helm?
Let's let Tortuga talk about his BFF helm for a moment.
Why?
Out of nowhere, a voice in the distance wants to hear the
Tortuga
story.
pulls out a picture of Helm and Tortuga, and they're hugging each other, and it's drawn in crayons.
I was about to ask, and you just made my day. I'm giving you double insight for the session there.
Oh.
Tortuga.
Nice.
Woohoo!
I say double insight, double
Inspiration.
Thank you, that's the word I'm looking for. No insight would have been hilarious.
I like that helm is in glitter.
Gotta be shiny, right?
Everything's
Actually-
in glitter.
Sounds about right.
Jim suddenly wanders in to the shop. My favorites, my best friends.
Seem to be getting that a lot, and we're not friends.
My best friends and the half devil demon thing. Yes. As you wish. Did you know that there is something strange going on outside?
No, not at all.
For the
Didn't notice
past
all the
month,
weird-
yeah.
Not at all.
Did you know there is something new strange going on outside?
Oh, are you talking about the mushroom people?
Yes! The people that are growing fungus, which normally is if you don't shower for a long period of time, that happens, don't bathe properly, you don't give yourself a good wash. But these people don't seem to be suffering from the normal kind that I get on my robes once in a while. This seems very different.
I
And I believe...
have a feeling that you're gonna have us investigate this, aren't you?
I mean, you are a group of adventurers.
I mean, are
So
we,
yes.
though?
I mean, if you'd like, it would probably behoove you.
Sigh.
See, I actually think I might know what's happened, because that was actually, I have to applaud you all. A very, very good show of martial prowess, spell casting, general do-goodery back there with the weird giant creature thing that you took out. Unfortunately, I think you may have not help release, but had some side effects of what's gone on here.
Sounds about on brand.
Does this happen often?
Nope.
I mean, no.
Okay, I had some other questions.
Probably better that you don't ask them.
You see, actually, hold on a moment. And he reaches, pulls his pack. What the heck is a pack? It's a pack in a pouch. He pulls his pack to the front, starts rifling through it. And a very musty smell and dust and stuff seems to escape out into the air as he's doing this. And he pulls out a book. He says, "Aha! I knew it was here somewhere." And he happily shows the book to you all, which you can't really read because it seems that there's actually some lichen that is covering the book in its entirety. And he says, yes, my book, this book. I am very, very well read on this book. I did say that I've, came here looking for something a while ago, and I was doing some adventuring myself. I'm somewhat of an adventurer myself. Probably not to the same level that you all are, but yes. And I was exploring cave, trying to get near and explore a cave, and I found a book, and I decided that I would come here and try to see if I could get some more information, find some more people that know about this. And I came here, and then I met you all, and I was thinking maybe some of the events that have been going on with the zombies were related to this book. It seems that maybe they might actually be. I'm going to... Who likes to read?
I guess I would.
Aha! The not friend. Here you go. And he hands you the book. And he mentions, I think that weird infection, fungal plague that seems to be ravaging people and some animals too. Quite unfortunate. Actually has to do with what's in that book. And he hands you the book, and again, as he hands it to you, some musty smell is on it.
Wonderful.
You can't really read anything that's on the cover of the book because there's some... It's harmless, nothing bad. Just looks like it's gotten some growth probably from sitting on the ground, and he just seems to have picked the book up from where he found it, not really cleaned the cover off. So, as you go ahead and wipe off the cover of the book, you see it actually says Xanthoria on the cover. And Jim starts to give more explanation about. You see, this was found. I found it in a satchel that was near a cave system. And this cave system is known as the Lycortha Expanse, and it's known. There's Druids actually tend to know that there's a lot of interesting fungal growths that come from there. I just saw the satchel sitting, and I thought it was lost. So, or the it may have been lost. I opened it to see if I could find anything to tell me about the whereabouts of who it may have belonged to, so I could return it to the owner. All I found was this book.
Us, or
Why would I try to do that?
no reason?
So, I believe that this book might have some information, possibly, on what's going on here, because some of the growths outside of the cave actually seem very familiar and similar to what is currently growing on the people outside.
Huh. How far is this cave from here?
Oh, about half a day's travel.
Fantastic.
On foot.
Oh.
You see, I happen to have some. Excuse me. Some items that might help you get there a little bit more expeditious, more quickly.
What are these items?
He reaches into one of the pockets of his robes and he pulls out what looks to be 5. Oh, excuse me. It looks to be 5. They look like little miniature rocking horses. With these!
Oh.
And he's holding them as if you all would know what they're for.
I guess we each take one then?
I mean, there's 5 of you and 5 of these.
I grab one. I try to ride it.
I'll take one.
Wait, isn't it like super small though?
It is.
Yes, Tekken. Yes, it is.
I don't care.
Yes, it is, Tekken. To answer your question. I'm assuming there's some way to activate these, correct?
One moment, I'm watching the giant turtle try to ride an itty-bitty little toy.
Yeah. He's like that.
Tortuga rolls backwards onto a shell and needs help getting back up.
Yep, that sounds about right. Tekken, if you could.
I'm carrying this pig. It's a bit more laborious than I would like it to be. Sorry.
Well, I'm not strong enough to flip him back over.
Hold on one moment. He reaches into his pouch and he tosses about 5 silver coins into the air. And they all fly towards Tortuga. Ping, 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 ping. And it flips you over, Tortuga.
Yay!
You take 30 damage.
No.
Aww.
Honestly.
But there's 5 silver on the ground for you now.
We could
Yay!
just walk.
I pick it up.
We could.
I mean, you could, or...
If Tekken would be so kind as to do one of those sigil thingies just in case. This might be useful later.
I assume that Tekken has some paper on him.
Of course. Got my sweet maps ready to go. Or ready to draw a sweet map.
So, geez, the acid reflux is horrible right now. I apologize. 1 sec. Okie doke. So, you take out a piece of paper. Do you take out your brand new special pen?
I do.
You take out the pen, and the moment you touch it to the paper, you actually see the ink. Well, first you touch it to the paper, and you actually notice that the bottle of ink that you have actually seems to go down slightly. And then the point at where the pen touched the map, or touched the piece of paper, you actually see the area that's visible to you right now seems to start drawing itself. The ink almost seems to be like leaking out of the pen and drawing itself around on the paper where you just tapped it. And now you have a map of the area right outside the shop that is visible to you. And then, so that shows up in black ink. And then you actually see 5 blue dots appear on the map as well, which look to be standing, or look to be where you all are currently standing.
Hey, Tortuga, run around in a circle.
I run around in a circle.
Okay. Tortuga, are you good at running?
Does it matter?
No.
Of course it
Okay.
does. You know how this goes.
This was entirely up to Tortuga on how he answered. Go ahead and give me a
Boy.
give me an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Of course.
Tortuga starts running around in a circle, and you see one of the little blue dots on the map is running around in a circle too.
Hey, look,
And then
that's you.
suddenly, you see the blue circle stop, and you see that Tortuga's lying on his shell. Jim looks and goes, "If you all need, I can get this again." And he starts reaching into his into his pouch.
No. Tortuga starts struggling and trying to get back up.
Okay, go ahead and give me another acrobatics check.
What about like a survival? Because if I don't get up, I die.
Sure,
Is that an
give me a
actual
survival.
thing?
No, like just ask for like a strength check or something.
Strength check works.
Yes.
Survival is actually kind of fantastic.
Something that you would
so
actually...
there you
nice.
go. You, whether it's out of practice or necessity, deftly flip yourself back over. And you see Jim look a little disappointed as he drops the silver coins back into his pouch. And you notice that there's more people. That's there was a lot of people that were standing around trying to help those that seem to kind of be mindless. More and more people start to that were active and moving around suddenly themselves kind of stop looking around, and they start again. They themselves start like just saying Xanthoria, which you happen to notice is the title of the book that you're holding.
Yeah, that can't be a coincidence.
Yeah, I guess a half day's travel would make even more mushroom zombie things. So, how do we use your tiny rocking horse tokens, Jim?
Oh, that's easy. All you have to do is say, "Giddy up," and as he does, all 5 of the tokens grow to horse size. They still have the little tracks on them like they're a rocking horse, but they seem to also be a live horse at the same time. And he looks at you all and says, "One for each of you."
Wonderful.
I feel like I should get to take back that 30 points of damage because I feel like Tortuga would have been yelling giddy up at the top of his lungs from the second he got on the little tiny horsey.
But you didn't.
It's true, you did not.
Well,
We all saw you say you're gonna ride the tiny horse, and well, that's
Yeah, fell off.
yeah.
purely because I 100% believe that is something Tortuga could do. Tortuga, I'm going to have you make a persuasion check, and this is a persuasion check for the DM. Pretty much it's a 50-50. Tortuga, you
Wow.
still have 30 points of damage, unfortunately.
That's okay, big guy. You'll
Wow.
get him next time.
Like the worst possible roll you could roll for persuasion, and you did it. You did it.
Well,
But you got that one out of the way, so that's good. Oh, yes, I forgot one other thing. If you gently stroke the mane of the horse and then whisper to it where you'd like to go, that's
This is getting oddly
that's how
Right?
you.
And how do we change it back into a token?
Oh, that's right. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
I feel like you don't actually know, do you?
I do, but
But if you do, then why are you being all ho, you guys will figure it out? That definitely sounds like something somebody would say if they didn't actually know how to do something, so that way they could kind of avoid any type of, doing things.
you have to whinny like a horse.
We have to do what now?
We have to get Kit to do it. See? Easy peasy.
Wonderful.
Instantly, all of the horses turn back to tiny tokens. I should note that these have and they pop back, limited number of uses.
Oh, great.
There are
So we should probably avoid, turning them back until we actually use them.
2 remaining. 2, 1, 2, 2 uses remaining. Yes.
I feel like
Except for Tortugas, who has 1 remaining, because when he jumped on the horse to try to ride it and yelled "Giddy up" twice.
basically
And made horsey sounds, yeah. That's all things like Tortuga would do.
that sounds about right. All right, so can Tekken's thingy actually anchor sigil to this place before we head out?
I mean, if Tekken draws a sigil.
Tekken,
Yes. What?
draw a sigil.
All right, I'll draw a sigil.
So you draw a sigil, what's your sigil look like, Tekken?
Tekken,
looks
what does your sigil
a
look like?
smiley face like the one that's tattooed on the back of my hand.
Oh,
That's
fantastic.
about right.
You draw this, and after you do, for some reason, you get the feeling that if you tap or hold your hand on it and concentrate for 5 minutes, you start doing this, and a smiley face, large smiley face, actually starts burning itself while you're doing this into the ground right underneath you.
Nice. Congratulations, Tekken. You learned magic.
Cartomancy.
Yes. That doesn't sound like a lame form of magic at all. But yes. Yes. Although I guess it would have its utility, so.
Jim suddenly, with incredible speed, ends up standing right next to you, Tortuga, and he reaches into his pouch and he pulls out what looks to be another little tiny figurine, but it's of an owl, which is kind of cute looking. And he hands it to you and says, "I'm sure you'll know what to do with it," and places it into your hand.
I feel like it's probably not a good thing.
I think this guy's my new best friend.
Oh boy.
Yes, best friend.
Shall we get going before you two decide to go on a camping retreat together?
Hey. I charge for those. My knowledge of camping is next to none. I mean, second to none. Yes, that one.
I
Get
feel
them
like you were
confused sometimes.
right the first time. Alrighty then, shall we go, our wonderful group of adventurers?
And Jim vanishes, and as this happened before, there's a robe left behind.
Does he just like end up
I go
naked
through the
everywhere
robe.
he goes, or what's like the deal with him?
Good question.
He always shows up in a new robe, so.
Huh. Interesting.
And then Tortuga rummages through the old robe, gets in trouble, and
So this is like a going thing with them. Cool. Hey, speaking of, whatever happened to that curse symbol at Tortuga had?
Good question. Everybody roll for it. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that.
oh my god, I was gonna make the same joke. Okay.
Great minds. So yes, do you rummage through the robe, and as you rummage through the robe, it actually starts to grow to turtle size, perfectly sized for you, Tortuga. You find nothing inside except you have a robe that is your size, quite comfortable too.
He's gonna put on the robe, isn't he?
I put on the robe.
Yeah.
You feel incredibly warm while wearing this robe. It seems to offer you very good protection from the elements.
Well, that's useful.
Yay.
Alright, so now to the cave of evil Spore Druids.
Yeah, that sounds a lot worse when you say it out loud like that, girl. Yes, to the deadly spore cave, I guess.
Giddy up.
Yay, Deadly Spore Cave!
Honestly.
Well,
Of
giddy
course,
up is
kid would
what
be excited.
changes them to normal size. You have to gently stroke the mane of the horse and whisper to it.
Now that they're normal size, I will gently stroke my horse's mane and say evil Spore Cave that Jim
Honestly.
with the K was referring to.
I guess this is just so weird.
I will stroke my horse lovingly.
Oh, this just got worse. It's fine.
The horse's mane, please be specific.
I will stroke the horse's mane gently and lovingly.
It got worse. It still got worse.
I'm gonna say that Tekken remembered the name because he's an expert cartographer. Because if you said Spore Cave where the evil druids are,
Yell, onward, Buttercup. Away.
wait,
Lycortha Expanse? Is that the name of this place?
Lycortha.
Alright. Just gonna stroke the mane and say that, I guess. 'Cause that's not weird at all. I'd also like to re-up our telepathic link. We're going there.
So you say that, and the first person that does it was Gur, and suddenly the rocking horse that suddenly starts rocking more, faster and faster, and then flies away so quickly the dust actually gets kicked up around in the area. Gur, you find that you are moving at incredible speed at the moment, as far as everything around you goes, but it actually more seems like you're on the rocking horse, just rocking back and forth, and the rest of the world is actually speeding past you. For the rest of you who also tell the horsey where to go, see the same thing. Instantly, well, not instantly, but after what seems to be a long time, you suddenly find yourself in front of the entrance to what looks to be a damp cave. And when you all arrive there, Zax re-ups your telepathic link, which is probably a very good thing to do. And which spell was that again?
Rari's telepathic bond.
Okay. I recall. Yeah, it's a ritual. So that's more than enough time. You still have the book if you so choose to read it. Otherwise, you just wander into the cave.
Yes, let's try reading the book. Wait, is it in a language any of us actually understand though? Because you said we could read it before.
No, I didn't. I said you. Well, let me rephrase. If I said something like that and it was misunderstood, that's my bad. I was saying that there was lichen covering the cover, making it difficult to read.
Oh,
But
that okay.
Yeah.
Then let's open this bad boy up and see what it says about the Hell Cave.
As you open it up, some again harmless spores get released, and they smell kind of musty. And the book explains about this person named Xanthoria.
Dear book, what are Xanthoria's weaknesses?
That nothing happens with the book because it's not a magical book; it's just a book.
Oh, that's disappointing.
But you gain the information that Xanthoria was a druid of Sylvanas, and Sylvanas is actually the god of wild nature. And you find out that her forest home was actually threatened by the undead. And by researching various fungi and lichens, Xanthoria had hoped to actually create some sort of weapon that would protect her forest against the undead invaders. And there's some. This you actually find is it looks like some handwritten notes that are actually inside the book. So you flip open the book, and these are some notes. This is like notes that are folded up inside the book. This isn't actually the book yet. And then it also further down those notes says that at some point Xanthoria's research became more geared towards actually trying to create a ward against death itself. And finally, seems that the end goal was to achieve lichdom.
Crap.
And then it also notes that the book mentions that she never actually discovered the source of the undead incursion that prompted her initial research. It notes that they're not sure, and by they you assume it's referencing the person who wrote these notes that are in the book, what actually caused that slide into mad. Says the book can provide some extra more information to what's happening. The book itself, when you start perusing through, the pages have browned. They've become quite swollen and wrinkled due to age and exposure to moisture, probably from being around this cave before. Like I had mentioned, there was yellow lichen that was actually on the front cover that kind of fell off as you opened the book and brushed some away. The book itself is actually written in common, and the title, The title of the book is the title of this person's Xanthoria, and it begins with what seems to be a set of scientific essays about symbiotic relationships in nature. And as the book continues on, it goes from that into devolving into, it seems, confusing ramblings on the merits and similarities of life and death. It talks about the different experiments that its author has tried, both natural and unnatural. And one of the more thorough studies in the book is the life cycle of a worm-like parasite that actually infiltrates different species of wasps. And it takes over their motor functions while essentially wearing their still living bodies as a disguise so that the parasite can actually infect other wasps. It seems, you also find out in the book that Xanthoria was fearful of a surge in undead invading the forest near her home in the Lycortha Expanse, which is the caves that you're currently standing in front of. She was seeking a way to stop their spread and preserve what she viewed as the natural order of things. Most of the book actually goes into a discussion of healthy symbiotic relationships in nature. You also note that the author has spent a lot of time researching undead in the hope of gaining insight into their actions and trying to figure out exactly where they came from. I wonder what happened there. And as the book, like I said, continues on, and it goes from seeming very well thought out and scientific into kind of madness, the writing seems to turn into an almost like incomprehensible fragments. Many of them you can kind of make out allude to the author's desire to combine natural life and the undead together. Towards the end of the book, there are records of several failed attempts by Xanthoria to extend her life through a process similar to becoming a lich. There seems to be various drawings of dissected animals and humanoids, alongside musings on the viability of experimenting on fey creatures. And the sketches and margin notes as you continue on get progressively darker the further you read in. And the terms mycorrhizae and shadakla, which I'll put up here. Oh, I am not typing into the chat.
Shikaka.
There you go. You also see Lady of Lichen appear numerous times. And the number 222 seems to appear quite often throughout the latter half of the book, and there's no explanation as to what this number significance is.
Well, that's unfortunate. It's like our intentions were good, but kind of went out the deep end at the end there.
Now we don't know anybody who that's happened to.
This surge of undead, though. That's, Yeah. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
Indeed.
Well, I guess we have to go inside and, fix this problem that someone must have caused by causing a surge of undead.
As
Looks like the land.
you all are standing here, reading the book and trying to figure out what is going on. What the heck happened here? Tortuga, your symbol starts to burn.
Oh no.
He still has that thing.
He does. And you feel a whoosh whoosh. Next, everybody roll for initiative.
Crap.
Did we get a long rest after staying at the inn, right?
Yes. You
Okay.
did.
Yes.
Just making sure.
And while you all roll for initiative, give me a moment while I run to the restroom.
Ew.
So this is fine. I'm gonna have to try to cure that curse mark after this is done. Wait, has Tortuga tried curing the curse mark yet?
We had to like figure out what it was, and then we went to the Helm Temple, but then we got attacked. So we haven't really had time to.
But I meant, like, when he first got it, did he not try to did he not try to get rid of
His
it?
first choice was to try to cut it off, but since it's in the middle of his chest, we convinced him that would be bad.
Ah, fair enough. Honestly.
Maybe if I get a tattoo on top of it, it'll go away.
I don't think that's how
I
that
get like
works.
a big crow or something like that.
I don't think that's gonna work. I will try to get rid of it after this fight. Well, I feel like you should have the spell as well.
I do, but I think Kajim told me that wouldn't work.
Oh, did he? Crap. Now then, there goes that plan.
Yeah, very powerful, and at least one other battle cleric at the temple had it. So
Well then, I guess we have to find a different way to get rid of it then. Which is great.
on the plus sides, we're getting lots of experience.
I mean, guess, but at the same time,
There was, I think, Jim offered another plan. Apparently, it transfers to whoever kills the person with the mark.
uh-huh. I mean, basically, if we were to just let something kill him, now does he have to be like permanently dead? Like, what are we talking here? I mean, I'm sure he has. Wait,
We
do
could
you
try to
have it?
find out.
I mean, we could.
Well, my plan was to cast a glyph of revive dead and then kill myself. But that wouldn't work
But wouldn't
because then
that
I would be
technically
dead.
just not only that,
We
if
have
you
to
kill yourself, it would
transfer it
transfer it
back
to
on.
you. So it's like it would defeat the purpose. So we need something else to kill you.
Yeah, so the plan wasn't well thought out.
I can see that. 'Cause, like, honestly.
And I'm back. Tortuga. Never mind. There's a 6. Ha ha. See you guys. Okay. We actually are going to be starting off with Sax.
Alrighty then.
So you can't see anything right now. So what you have to do first is give me a general direction of where you think the thing is if you're attacking anything. And then at the moment, everybody will be rolling attack with disadvantage. Just because creatures are invisible and y'all can't see that. At least not at the moment.
I mean, I have spells where I technically don't have to see things in order to attack them, so it's not really a problem. But first, I am going to start by using my Mantle of Inspiration to give everybody the temporary health points, which is 14 now. It's been boosted.
A roll I have is made with water.
And let's see here. And then I will cast Air Image. That will end my turn.
Okay. Next up, we have Kit Crow King of the Vampire Slaying, Bee Hating, Dread Beast, Rabbit Burning, Sax Hugging, Mimic Saving, Crimson Kinku.
I'm pressed.
How much temporary
Um,
HP did you say, Sax? 14?
14.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the. I'm actually gonna use my turn to summon my Wildfire Spirit.
Okay.
So now I have my spirit. And then I will go ahead and use a bonus action
Okay.
to cast. Let's see. I'm going to cast Wrathful Smite, which my next attack will deal an extra 1d6 psychic damage. I'm going for
Nice.
smites this time.
Very nice. You said you're smiting?
I'm going for smarts.
Oh,
I'll go for
okay.
smart.
Got it.
I will be a beast. And that'll end my turn. I have nothing left.
Okay. Next. Come here, donut. Eh. Donut. Oh yeah, I need to pull up all y'all's characters. View campaign. View this character. Who has a very high AC. Kit.
Yes.
You you feel a whoosh. And it feels like something, or it sounds like something very sharp just missed you. And then you hear another whoosh. And you feel damage as well. And suddenly, you take it's 6 slashing damage, followed by 21 necrotic damage.
Holy crap balls.
And
So
then
6 plus 21.
yes, for a total of 27.
Good God, but the battle.
Next up, Heckin. You feel a whoosh, followed by another whoosh, and nothing happens. But you can sense something is very close to you, and therefore, with your dagger of blind sight, you know that you'll be able to attack this thing without disadvantage, because you can sense where it is. And finally, Tortuga. You feel a slash that hits you for 6 damage, followed by 21 necrotic damage. And now, speaking of tech,
Warding Flare.
Okay, give me a second. Still hits. Wait. A minute. Nope, I miss. So you don't take any of that. Don't worry about it.
Nice.
And still, it is your turn. Tekken.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Oh, F me. Well, that one obviously misses.
You go to punch, and you thought you knew where.
Oh wait. Can I wait? Hold up. Can I don't have that thing where I can like diamond soul it, right?
That is for save.
Oh,
Inspiration.
damn it! Inspiration. Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make another roll.
Okay, that was close. That was almost another one. I was like,
Nice.
what? How is that possible?
You were very scared about the pig, weren't you?
All right.
Okay, so both of those hit. So 15 plus 8 is going to be 23
All
damage.
right.
So far.
Spend a key point. And 2 more punches. That hopefully don't have a big one.
Does that hit? That hits. So 23
What? It
plus
landed on 0. Oh wait, that's
16.
10. What are you
oh, I
talking
didn't
about?
know that was
Ow.
a thing. Okay. I don't think I've ever rolled that. Oh, come on! Well, so much for that.
Get it
Let's
together,
take my
Tekken.
turn.
You go, you go to punch, and you actually feel the edge of a blade, and it seems to direct you, and you try to move out of the way, and in moving out of the way, you accidentally smack the pig, and you realize
Ah, crap.
that the pig now seems to have a little
Warding
scratch
flare.
on it, and you want a warding
Are you
flare
warding flare
tactic?
Tekken from himself?
You can't warding flare. It has to be
Also-
an enemy you can see.
Also, I mean, technically, he could warding flare Tekken.
I was about to say he's trying to
That's true.
flare him from himself.
So you could warding flare Tekken, yeah.
But he already has used it for this round,
Yes.
so he can't use it anyway. So you notice that the pig has a little tiny cut on it that's dripping ever so slightly. And the pig seems to kind of be going oink, 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 and, like flailing around a little bit. It doesn't seem to be, like, terribly hurt, but you do kind of feel that this might be something you want to avoid going forward.
Well, at least I didn't get 2 ones.
Why would you tempt fate like that? Why?
5% chance, sex. 5% chance.
Oh,
Okay.
1 out of 20. I mean, it happened
Alright,
twice,
well.
so you know. But,
I just about to say, I was like,
it could also not happen at all,
considering.
so who knows? 5% chance.
oh boy.
So moving on. Is that your turn, Tekken?
Yep.
Cool. Next up, we have Gur.
Big body armor. We should have did that. We should have just, like,
We
got
should have bought body
or
armor
a
for the
box
pig.
or something.
I'm surprised with all the shopping.
Impenetrable box or something.
All right. So I will attack the invisible creature that Tekken was attacking, because I think I know where that is.
Okay.
And I just have to find the right thing. Okay.
That'll hit. I may have given you a weapon that's too powerful. No, I'm just kidding.
Such thing.
Plus 14. Cool deal. Yep, that hits. That definitely hits. Okay. You've
And
dealt 19
again,
damage so far. That hits. 10 more damage. For a total of 33 damage so far. That'll definitely hit.
And that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I am back. Next up we have Tortuga.
Fairy fire.
Where?
The last place that someone got attacked from,
Okay.
where
Sounds
they got hit from.
good. 20 feet, right? 20-foot radius. Oh, 60-foot radius.
20-foot cube. Yeah.
Oh, you can
Yeah,
cast
60
it at
foot.
60 feet, but it's 20.
No, 20 foot. 20 foot.
Yeah,
20 foot.
yep, 20-foot cube.
Crap, I forgot to buy my tiny cage while I was at the store.
Tiny cage. That's okay. Next time. What's your save, Tortuga?
19 decks.
So you cast Fairy Fire. And, you know, the stones, a little bit of the cave and stuff lights up. And you see two outlines of what seem to be kind of a large muscled form holding what seems to be giant butcher knives. One of the creatures. So you see two of those. One of them, however, appears to have been hit so hard by this that it actually seems like it's not invisible anymore. And it's kind of just standing there. Oh. Well, we're going to pretend that y'all see what it looks like at the moment because apparently I lost the picture I had saved for it. But that's okay. We'll do it. Looks to be a kind of hulking undead holding giant cleavers, and it has a butcher's bib on, and seems to be very, very pissed off with horns. And it doesn't seem to be invisible anymore. That is what happens when I roll a 1. Check. So yeah, that worked out well. So none of y'all have to worry about rolling with disadvantage anymore for attacks.
Thanks.
Tortuga. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Tortuga?
Level 4 spiritual weapon, straight to the biggest one.
They all seem to be equal in size. Well, they all seem to be equal in size. Are you going after the one that both Gur and Tekken have hit? I'm going to assume.
Yes, the
Okay.
one that's already been hit.
That definitely will hit. Let's see that damage. So, you hit it, and this one is one of the ones that was just outlined.
Praise be to him.
After you hit it, you actually see an outline of an arm go flying off, and then you see the form kind of just slump to the ground, still outlined. You are fairly certain that one is no longer here, no longer alive. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Yo, why do you invisible punks keep attacking me?
All you hear is a series of grunts.
I mean, it may have something to do with the curse you somehow got yourself branded with.
I know, but I hate the invisible guys. I want people I can see attacking me. That way I can attack them back.
Fair enough.
Makes sense. Is that it for your turn, Tortuga?
That's it.
Okay. Oh, that's weird. It's still showing y'all as level 15 in this thing for some reason. That's fine. It's not going to actually affect your character. So you're good. Sax, back to you. You see that
Wonderful.
there's only two left. There's one that's outlined and one that you can fully see.
Which one was the one that Tekken has been attacking?
It's dead.
Oh, that one's already dead. Okay.
Yep, Tortuga just delivered the final bit of damage necessary to take it out.
All right. Well then, I will start with my bonus action
Okay.
to attack one of the outlined ones with my dancing rapier.
Okay. You hit.
And let's see here. I will cast Eldritch Blast
Okay.
at the same one.
Okay. You actually, do you have 3 now?
I have 4, actually.
4 at 17? I couldn't remember if it was 17 or 20 where you get 4. Or 15 or yeah. Okay, cool deal. Yeah, so make your attacks. That one hits. For 13 damage. That one misses. Ooh. Tekken,
Yes.
give me a dexterity save. Or an acrobatics check, your choice. Acrobatics would probably be better.
Let me see here. What is my acrobatics?
Actually,
it's
at this
the same.
Your dexterity save and your acrobatics would be exactly the same, yeah. So
Oh, there we go.
nice. An errant beam from a overzealous Sax comes flying dangerously close to the pig, but you definitely move out of the way. That one will also hit.
All right, that should be all 4 beams.
Yep. Is that your turn, Sax?
Is.
Okay. Next up, we have Kit. Kit, you see that your best friend in all the world is currently
Our friends.
attacking something.
What was that about my best friend being hurt and needing me to save him?
Not friends.
Best friend O.
Would you please die?
It seems as though my besto friendo needs some helpo. So,
Besto friendo. Dun, 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 dun.
I can't see any of these people though, can I?
You can now.
Yeah,
It's
one of
been
them is fully
invisible.
visible, and then
Oh.
one of them is outlined. Because
Excellento.
Yes.
you can thank Tortuga for that one, or Helm if
Tortuga.
Tortuga wants you to thank Helm instead.
I appreciate Tortuga's ability to give me sight. So, being that is the only one that I can see, I will go ahead and just hit it with. Let's see.
Give me
I will hit
sight
it with
unseen.
Juice Flame. No, I don't want Juice Flame. I will hit it with Firebolt Yeah, boy. I will assume a 20 will hit.
Well,
Plus
that's a
a 9.
29 with a natural 20. So yes, that will get it.
All right. So how the crits work with the full strength of it, or
So roll your damage, and then what I do, I'll show you how I calculate it. So you get the normal crit damage and everything, at least for me. So go ahead and just do that damage roll, and it'll automatically.
Wait a minute. I think it changed. It was a 3d10. Now it's a 6d10.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
So by rules as written, whenever you crit, you roll double the number of dice that the attack does. My rules also add on the original number of dice max. So in this case, the original was 3d10, so that's 30 damage.
So it's 30 plus 48?
For a total of 7, yes.
Okay, so also, because I cast what was the name of it? Now I gotta
Your
look.
flame spirit thing?
Yes, my spirit, but I also cast Wrathful Smite. So Wrathful Smite adds 1d6 psychic damage, and then I get a 1d6
Hold on one second. Just so I can keep track of all this damage. Plus 30. Okay. So 1d6. So 2d6 total.
Wait, is it 1d6? Is it a 1d? Hang on, I'm gonna double check. Enhanced bond. Roll d8, it says. Never mind. So roll d. It's a 1d8. So I roll 1d6 for the psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do a 1d8 for my. That's a 3 for psychic. Then I get a 1d8 from my friend, the fire spirit.
Okay.
Yeah, 6. So all told,
87 damage.
Yeah. Woo! I would like to kill it, please.
So what's going to happen here is you see that there's one that Sax is attacking, but you also see that there is a completely visible one. And you figure that the visible one poses more of a threat because you can see all the muscles on it. And it also hasn't been hit at all. So you want to make sure that you can really help out the rest of the group. So you get ready with your fire bolts and your fire buddy. And you're like, I'm going to try to help. And then you just Kamehameha spirit bomb the heck out of the thing. And you incinerate it. And the only thing that is left standing is a skeleton, which turns to ash and just kind of blows away in the wind. You have completely annihilated one of these things from unharmed straight to dead. Congratulations.
Whoop.
Nice.
There is one remaining who actually seems like it goes to turn and run. Unfortunately for it, Tekken is right there. Tekken, go ahead and give me an attack of opportunity. So 1 melee hit.
1 melee. Where's it at?
Just an unarmed strike. That'll hit. For 10 damage. Nice. It is now its turn. Assuming that you are done, Kit.
I do have the ability to use Shillelagh.
Okay.
So I will go ahead and hit the one that Sax was attacking, since I attacked the other one instead.
Yes.
With Shillelagh. Because I can see that one.
Yes, and like I said, it actually looks like it is turned and is starting to try to run away. So Tekken just punched it in its face, and you're about to hit it with Shillelagh.
I don't know, 15 hits.
It hits.
Then I'm gonna use the 1d8 plus 4 to hit it with a 9,
Okay.
and then that's my turn.
Okay. Do you not get the additional damage from that or no?
That was what additional damage?
Your smite.
That you got from your other
That's-
thing?
I think it's only the next. It's only the one attack.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, your next attack deals the damage. That's it.
Understood. Let me apply that damage then. This one, it's its turn, and it has spent its turn running 80 feet. It is dashed and tried to run 80 feet away from y'all. And it is now Tekken's turn.
Okie dokie.
Tekken, who has a speed of 55 feet. This thing is currently 80 feet away from you, Tekken.
Oh. Let me jump over to attack it first.
You can actually, I think you can spend a key point and dash as a bonus action. I think. And if not, I'm going to say that you can. Sounds fantastic. I swore that you were able to.
Oh, the Step of the Wind thing?
Yeah. I thought that you could.
Yeah, it says you can spin a key point to take the disengage dash.
There you go. So you can spend 1 key point.
Okay.
And you will be able to run 110 feet, giving you more than enough time to catch up with this thing. So this thing is like, it's trying to haul ass away, and you go, not on my watch, and whoop, you're right there. So because you're doing that, you're only going to get your normal attack action of just 2 hits. Because you used your bonus action for catching up to it. But that will work. So that 26 will hit. Let's see the damage roll.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, very nice. 16. And 1 more attack. That will hit.
Oh, man. This is weird. It's like, I go from getting, like, never getting a 10 to getting 3 and everything in the first combat instance.
Good job.
So, Tekken sees this thing running away, and again, being the good hero that Tekken is, especially after seeing that they keep coming after Tortuga, I'm assuming you go, not on my watch, and you haul Booty over to where this thing is. Not unlike the landlady from not Kung Pao.
Kung Fu Hustle?
Kung Fu Hustle, thank you. And you just move there and you punch it so hard that you knock its head off and it slumps to the ground. And then it just kind of fades away. A mist almost seems to come in and claim it. And that is it. Combat's over. You all have succeeded.
Oh, that went rather well considering. But we really do need to get rid of that curse mark on you.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. So yeah, y'all are standing at the entrance to this cave now after having successfully defeated things. Unfortunately for you all, none of these things ever seem to be carrying any kind of loot. They just kind of seem to be a pain in the booty.
Just like magical hitmen, basically.
Yeah.
Unfortunately so.
Super fun. Would it be possible to like investigate his mark to see if like certain spells would work on it?
Yes. If you would like to.
Shouldn't we go in the big scary cave?
I feel like we should, but at the same time, if we keep getting attacked while we're like doing this, it's gonna be kind of annoying.
It only happens once a day. We're good for a little while. Although the last time he did banish them to like away for 24 hours, so maybe those guys will show up again.
Why would you say that?
Honestly.
Can I investigate it while we walk into the cave then? So I mean, we can multitask. This is a thing.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, give me an Arcana. Well, how are you planning on investigating it? Like, are you just
I
like
don't know,
getting close to it
magically?
and going, trying to see if like you've seen anything like this before?
No, I want to like, I don't know, try to feel the magic or something that's coming off of it and try to, I don't know, that.
Okay, so give me an Arcana check. So you look at the
Dang.
symbol, and you realize that you actually think you may have seen the symbol from when you were younger. And the symbol actually, you're used to actually seeing the symbol upside down. And you know that it was a way that wherever you used to live, people had used for travel. And you recall that the way that it was used is it was usually tied to like a family and their home, and it was kind of tied to their very essence, and it allowed them to very quickly travel home if they wanted to. But for this one, it actually seems to be that same symbol but kind of upside down instead, which actually seems to be a very crude angled question mark upside down.
Interesting. Would I know how to dispel it based on that?
You know, actually, that this is less of a dispel, and it actually seems like it's more of not quite a curse, but more of a pact that was made. And in order to get rid of it, you know that you would actually have to find. You know, the only way to get rid of this is to transfer it off of someone to someone else. That this is almost like a parasite, magical parasite, but not quite. And there's not really a way
What?
to get rid of it without it actually finding a new host.
So, like, dispel evil wouldn't work on it.
It might have unintended side effects as far as Sax is aware.
Would I be able to convince the mark to transfer itself to something else that may not necessarily be here with us?
You do know that the thing it moves to, either the only way to get rid of it is one of two ways. Either you have to find a willing host, or you have to kill the existing host.
Fine.
I
Willing.
mean, honestly, I die like every other game, so maybe it'll just transfer to someone else automatically.
Oh no, you haven't died yet.
You haven't
found
actually
yourself
died. You've been
dying many times, but
Yeah, I think you have to
dying
be
or
like
died?
Oh
true
yeah,
death.
that's right. That got it.
Yeah.
If you were dead, you'd be Hootington right now. I think.
So like when you say willing, do they necessarily have to be not under a spell willing or
You're not sure what the effects would be if you were to try to charm someone to make them willing.
I mean, I'm willing to take that chance considering this thing's not on me. So fine. Well, guess I'm going to be testing this out next time. So good luck, Tortuga, with, not having weird side effects from whatever I'm about to try.
So,
Cool.
are you all going to look into that anymore, or is it cave time?
Well, we don't have anything for me to transfer it to right now, so we'll do the cave for the time being.
Okie doke. So, are you all just going to wander on in?
Sure.
Okay,
I say we go full blast.
Okay. So, Before you wander in, you see ahead of you a darkened cave mouth that is beneath a forest canopy. There are growths of green, brown, and gray lichen that cover the mouth of the cave, and there seems to be a small stream that flows deeper into the yawning darkness. And you all wander inside and give the DM a moment while he checks something.
I cast Shield of Faith on myself just in
Okay.
case we get attacked.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Let's see.
And we go into the cave.
Yeah.
You wander into the cave, and when you make your way into the cave, Sax. So you walk in, and you're coming in from the top, where the little opening is. And Sax, you hear very faint crying coming from what seems like a small stand of stones a little bit into the cave.
That's normal. So there's some crying stones over there, guys. Don't I mean that can't be normal, but we should probably, I guess, check it out to see why it's crying.
I go over there
Preferably without licking it.
and lick it.
Alright.
I go over there.
You lick it as well. Kit walks over and licks the stone. And as you're licking the stone, find a tiny little winged figure, actually, that has head in hands, and she looks mournfully at Kit and sniffles a bit loudly. Tiny little bubbles of snot forming beneath her tiny little nose as she's doing this.
Gross.
And she's just staring at you, Kit. How do you all proceed?
I wave.
She looks a little bit worried at first, and then beneath tears and bubbling says, "Are you friend or foe?"
I am friend.
We're not gonna kill you if that's what you're worried about.
Oh, good. She tells you all that she used to live here with her friends. She thanks you for being kind to her and not trying to attack her. Her friends were Xanthoria and Bunny Blossom. Xanthoria is a druid of Sylvanas, she tells you, and Bunny Blossom is a yellow fairy dragon.
Oh.
Xanthoria had subjected her to some terrible experiment. It hurt very badly, but she managed to escape somehow. She flitted about in the darkness until she reached the mouth of this cave. And she's been sitting here feeling sad and missing Bunny Blossom ever since. She introduces herself as Thunderwing. And she appears to have absolutely no sense of direction or time.
Huh. How's her will to live?
Well, she hid, so pretty good.
We're only asking because, I mean, technically, we might have just found a willing host for this curse mark. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I don't want to be that guy, but at the same time, I kind of want to be that guy. So I'm going to ask politely if Thunderwing would like to do us a huge favor.
She looks a bit hesitant.
So fun story. My traveling partner here has this cool tattoo that we kind of need to get rid of, at least for the time being. I wanted to know if you'd be so kind as to, take on said tattoo yourself.
Oh no, my kind cannot possibly blemish their form.
Oh, there you go.
Well, don't think of it as a blemish so much as it's going to be like a badge of honor because you survived this horrible, horrible chaos, and now it's like, hey guys, I'm like amazing now, and I totally survived Xanthoria's nonsense going on in the cave with the experiments and stuff. And I mean, again, it'd be kind of like a favor because we're gonna eventually save you because gonna stop whatever's going on in this cave. So you should definitely be cool with this.
I haven't quite been saved yet. I need to find my friend Bunny Blossom.
We're gonna find your friend. I mean, who's gonna miss the chance to find an adorable dragon?
I couldn't curse the cute little elf thing.
You're gonna shut your mouth.
What is this of a curse?
Definitely
I
said that
you were
telepathically.
friends.
Said that telepathically because the bond is still up and he knows better.
Does he?
He does. He does. So
I love Tortuga, and Tortuga is fantastic. But I truly believe Tortuga would have just said that out loud.
Definitely would not have.
But I'll leave it up to Tortuga.
He would have.
There we go.
Tortuga, so help me. I am going to stab you in the soul.
He's kind of already been stabbed in the soul.
Well, he's about to get another one.
That's what got you into the situation to begin with.
He's still very confused about the mental link thing.
I'd like you all to know I love every one of your characters. They are absolutely perfect and fantastic in every way.
So,
listen, Thunderwing.
You've been here a long time.
Have I?
Yeah.
I just ran away.
Apocalypse and everything.
Right?
Well, we have this really old book that tells the story of people that you used to know.
Probably all dead, by the way.
People I used to know.
Well, that you're talking about.
Oh. I'm this word used to. I don't understand. Does it talk about Bunny Blossom?
It sure might.
Talks about experiments that went a little bad.
Probably wouldn't, lead with that.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly think about that. It was so horrible. It was so so very bad. How do you know about this?
It's written in the book.
You have a book?
It's this one
What's
right
in
here.
the book?
Can I see this book?
It's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you. And you want to know what that cost might be there, Thunderwing? Want to know what that cost is? Yeah.
Is it gold? I don't have very much.
Oh, no, it's gonna be your body. Because I'm gonna need you to take this mark. I need you to take this mark.
Your body.
That sounded really bad there for a second.
Yeah, that was kind of the point.
I couldn't possibly. I ran away from that. So
think about it.
You're a very nice person.
I said the mark is a protection mark. It's going to keep you safe. So by taking it on, you don't have to worry about any kind of shenanigans going on in this cave. And once we find Bunny Blossom, we can bring her back to you, and everything will be fine, and you definitely will be okay.
Well, let's get Bunny Blossom, and then we can talk about this.
Hey, or you could just let me, do the persuading that I usually do and make this work.
How do you know
Are you
this
capable of
stupid
protecting me on your own? Oh dear, I think I may have found the wrong group of people.
You're gonna make me charm her, aren't you? This is what this is coming to, isn't it?
I don't know if you charm her and make her do this.
I don't want to give
it could
to the little
backfire.
fairy.
Listen,
Could
I'm
end
already
up on
trying
you.
to persuade her, and this dimwit over here keeps on talking out loud how it's a curse mark, and it's not really helping us right now. So if I lie to her and tell her it's a protection mark, then it's fine.
Sax, can you give me a dexterity check?
Dexterity check.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
She tries to zoom up towards you and smack you, but you move out of the way in time. And she
Why is
sees that she
good?
missed. And she goes and quickly flits over and hides behind Tortuga and says to you, Tortuga, please keep the bad horned man away from me. He's scary.
How am I scary? I didn't do anything.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
You're getting a little upset at the
It's okay.
I didn't get upset
Eric.
with her
We're
or
gonna.
him. And besides, I was yelling all mentally, so she wouldn't have heard that. So it's fine.
Yeah, but the look on your face, you had an angry face.
Yeah. And you're raising your voice.
I'm a demon. My face just looks like that.
He admits it.
Boblin, can you come take the ferry and maybe you know?
The fairy
her
is going to
into a
help us in
sanctuary
this.
for a little bit?
No. We need to
Boblin
help the
pops
fairy.
out
Mhm.
and looks at you and says, whew, been a while. What Tortuga need? And he turns and sees the fairy.
You wouldn't know how to remove a curse mark, would you?
He looks at you. He looks at himself. He looks at you. Boblin, no miracle worker.
Oh, mean.
Why you
question,
go and get
Boblin.
yourself cursed? He looks over to Sax.
I was trying to save some people.
So, your little ring lamp thing, can things actually get in without being invited?
No.
So, hypothetically speaking, if you were to temporarily, transfer this mark to yourself and then just kind of link into your lamp thing, you would technically be safe, correct?
Boblin worried about you. Always
Honestly.
think you're scheming and connive, planning to do bad things to Boblin.
Talking about conniving?
This is why Boblins stick with Turtle. Turtle very kind and nice. Always speaks his mind.
Honestly. It's not a matter of, I'm trying to make sure that we're safe. Because think about it. If we get killed, then no one's going to be able to, fix the myriad of messes that are going on in the world right now. So I'm just trying to make sure that that doesn't happen to us. And since you already said that nothing can get into your ring without being invited, that technically makes you protected. So I only need you to do this temporarily while we're going through this cave, and then I'll find a different solution afterwards. I just need the stupid mark off of Tortuga for now.
Boblin taps his nose and says, Boblin, no. Everything going on right now, all your fault. And he points to everybody. Willing, not wanting, person, goblin,
Is that what you're
in this scenario.
to point out,
I'm
all those
just here to be
accusations
helpful.
are from alleged crimes that it happened. No one has any proof, or no one's been put on trial for these things. So I mean, no, allegedly.
Goblin looks, and then he turns into a fine cloud of bluish smoke and goes back into Tortuga's ring. And you just hear an echo from Tortuga's ring that sounds like.
Huh.
All right, I think it's time to get a move on.
Honestly.
The fairy, known as Thunderwing, looks at you, Tortuga, and says, "Oh, thank you." And then she taps you, and as she taps you on your shoulder, you suddenly get flashes of images. You get actually in your mind's
Dude,
eye.
this hasn't happened since I tried those mushrooms.
It's of a female half elf that's in a gossamer cape. It's made of mycelial threads. This vision, it's accompanied by a momentary feeling you have an intense longing and a hunger. And you see that Thunderwing was Xanthoria's friend until Xanthoria's mind had become twisted by the influence of some creature. And it caused Xanthoria to conduct some grisly experiments on living creatures. And you see in these flashes that Thunderwing happened to be one of these more recent subjects. In this this kind of flashback, this sprite looks alive, but is the subject to effects that turn them undead. Um, and you come back, and you I don't know if you relay what you saw, but that's the flashes you have.
I tell them about it, but they don't really listen because I tell them about stuff I see all the time.
She looks and says, I will at least accompany you all if you help me find Bunny Blossom."
Sure, come on. Grab onto the shell.
She grabs onto the shell and goes, "Wee!" Sniffling still a little bit, but seeming to become a bit happier now that she's found some people. Do 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 do. Anywho, yeah. So pretty much the area that you can go is straight south. Well, actually,
So we go that way.
I'm gonna give you a little. So, if you go a bit south, you get to a point here where you can either continue further south or go towards the east. Does anybody have any?
Wait, you said we can go which ways now?
You can go either towards the south more, or you can go to the east. So there's more towards the south here, and then if you notice, there's kind of a way over to the east.
Can you pick?
I mean, I guess we can go to the east and see what's over there, and then proceed south after if there's nothing there.
Ooh, the east. Okay, hold on one sec. Oh my gosh, what's going on?
Hey, would find path work on a person, or does it have to be a place?
That is a very good question.
Although technically the place could still be where the
It
person
has to be
is.
a particular place. but you have to be familiar with it.
So, say for instance, we were able to, see the place where the person we're looking for is, and then that information gets, relayed to the person casting the Find Path spell. Would it technically work?
Sure.
Did you say did you say sure?
I said sure.
Hmm.
I mean, assuming what I think you're saying or what you're going to attempt to do.
So I have a question for Thunderwing then.
I will do my best to answer.
Okay. So first off, do you happen to have any personal effects from Xanthoria? Is that her name?
Uh, she could do some little tricks that would produce some interesting effects, like sparks and fireworks. And oh, once in a while she turned into a bear with a top hat. That was a very interesting effect. But she never taught them to me.
Uh-huh. And do you actually have, I don't know, like pieces of hair or something like that from these tricks?
I told you that she could not teach me, or she did not teach me these tricks, so my hair would be useless.
No, no, no. From her. Do you have anything from her?
She looks down and sees that she's holding a book. I have this book from her, and hands you back your book.
Honestly. All right. So. Hmm. Hmm. Oh,
I
wait.
vote for left.
Never mind, because I just realized the save for this is probably not going to work on a druid-based character. So, never mind then. Never mind. Let's just go left. Or
Okay.
east, or whatever Tekken said.
Yeah, sure. You go to the east. And you walk east, yes. You walk into an area that looks like this. And my alt tab first. Go in. And there are spider webs and mold covering everything inside this room. There seems to be a rotting wood table and a set of shelves that are standing along the far wall. Glass jars, a mortar and pestle, and various other alchemical supplies are scattered all about this space.
Hmm.
I
Are there
want to
any other
loot the
books
jars.
on these shelves?
There are. So, first thing that happens, uh, Tortuga says he wants to loot the jars. Is anyone else going to contest and try to loot the jars first? Or
Let
is
me ask one
Tortuga
what?
Sorry, is anyone going to contest Tortuga looting these jars, or is it going to work out successfully in Tortuga's favor?
I say you do both.
I would like to step back.
Honestly.
Cool. So, Tortuga goes looting through the bottles. Most of the bottles are like broken, ruined. There's some like liquid kind of, just sitting around. But there are a few in fairly good shape. You find something that you think looks similar to a healing potion you found before. And you've also found a notebook that has instructions for concocting a potion out of a pint of blood from an archfey that's been harvested within the past 24 hours. It actually looks to be a potion of longevity based off of what you can discern. And you notice that the handwriting in this notebook matches the handwriting that's in the book Xanthoria. The potion brewing ritual that's described in the notebook, it requires alchemist supplies and the ingredients I have listed for you already, which I will remind, is a pint of blood from an archfey that was harvested in the past 24 hours. It requires an hour to perform. And if you are successful, the potion will be created. So yeah, you've got that now. Not the potion, but the notebook
recipe
that describes, yes.
I stash it.
Sounds good. Just make a note of these that you have taken.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy, but this one wants to brew a potion out of the blood of an archfey. Cool.
One of your teammates might actually be potentially considered an archfey. I don't remember. Okay.
No, you're not
So, yeah.
implying what I think you're implying.
I'm not implying anything. I'm just saying I think may be possible. So yeah, that is all that is in this room.
We should probably get going then.
I agree.
Cool deal.
We should go.
Funk. So now I assume you all are going to go back to where you were, but to the south instead, yes?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense, yes.
So, you all wander. Let me see if I can. Yep. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Ba-gong! Okay, so you all came from the northeast. Northeast? Yeah, northeast of this. And you walk into this area, and what you currently see is there are stalks of slimy violet mushrooms that are as tall as a person, dotted all over the cavern. Mycelial tendrils drift from the domed roof of this cavern. They seem to be softly pulsing with a mauve glow. There are two humanoid figures which actually seem to lie suspended in the strands 10 feet above the cavern floor, and their flesh seems intertwined with the oozing tendrils.
Sounds fun. This is usually the part where I tell Tortuga to kind of burn it all.
Burn it all. I cast Sacred Flame.
Okay. Sacred flame.
The body's breathing or
Are you
anything like
casting
that?
it? They are suspended, and they seem to kind of be writhing.
Part of me wants to check and see if they're alive before this, but then at the same time,
Tortuga,
it could
however,
be a trap.
has cast Sacred Flame. Tortuga, you can target something with that. It's not a general area. So are you going after one of the figures?
The mushroom that's holding the figures up.
Okay. So you go there and you cast Sacred Flame, and it hits. Wait, they have to make a dex throw. They can't go anywhere. So
yes,
you
the stationary mushrooms. Hopefully, stationary mushrooms.
I mean, stranger things have happened to us.
So you actually attack that, and as soon, because your spell, you need to be within 60 feet. As soon as you cast that spell, or as you're about to cast a spell, you actually hear more voices in your head, and it's just people screaming. You just hear the sounds of two people, essentially screaming into your mind.
That's normal.
And actually, because the rest of you all are there as well, you also hear it too. And he casts this spell, and the screaming seems to get louder for a moment when the fire actually hits the mushroom. And the flames hit the mushroom and burn up pretty much everything that was attached to the mushroom, including the people that were there.
Oh my.
And suddenly, the voices stop for a moment, and you actually hear a thank you in your minds. And then the creatures burn up
Yay,
along
I
with
helped
the
someone.
mushroom. And that is it for those two creatures.
Nice.
That being said, the flames that lit up, you actually see that there's some shadows in the flames. Essentially, when they burn up, you can actually see that there's some shadows cast that look like three figures on the walls, and then those three figures suddenly make themselves known. Everybody roll for initiative, please. Collections. Encounters.
Maybe it was a thank you for freeing me. Now I will kill you.
I mean,
That sounds about right on up for us.
Whoop, whoop. We got a boy.
on point. Whoops. Here we go. Perfect. Run. Let me add y'all's initiative here. That is a 14 for Sax, very effective. A 15 for Tortuga. 18 for Tekken. 15 for Kit. And Gur. 13. And we start off with when one of the creatures makes itself known, they look to be also kind of infected with the same sort of kind of mushrooms that are there. Okay, cool. A second. Google, I didn't say anything. Okay. Yeah, so they make themselves known. They look to be kind of like the mushroom stalks themselves, actually, but kind of vaguely humanoid. And one of them, as soon as Tortuga, you do your flame and burn the thing away. This first one actually points a finger at you. Can you give me a Constitution save?
I sure can.
Let's see. Oh, I see why. You take 19 damage.
Dang. So did
Yep.
I fail the save or did I succeed?
You take 19 damage.
Well,
and
you might have actually succeeded. It might be half damage to whatever it was.
very possible. And next, it looks at you. And its eyes flash. Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, I can.
Please just don't roll a 1. Okay, cool. And nothing seems to happen as far as that goes. And
They cannot hope to get through my mental fortitude.
What the heck?
So
What
I
are
have
those?
questions. What is that?
About the
Tekken?
game or what Tekken posted? Because I
About
have
what
questions
Tekken
about
posted.
what Tekken posted.
Is,
Put mushroom people in the thingy.
Oh. Oh, and there's 3 of them. Perfect.
It's
Nicely done.
No comments.
That is very
Not safe for work, yeah. Okay.
So, speaking of, next up we have Tekken. So Tekken.
It's not safe for work.
Okie dokie.
Guess it's good we're not at work. So yeah, there is one that just attacked Tortugan, seems to be a larger mushroom stalk, and then there's 2 more that seem to be smaller.
I'll go ahead and attack the one that's attacking Tortuga.
Okay. That hits.
Oh yeah. All right.
That will
so
also
I'm
definitely hit.
Going to spend a key point.
And that will do 14 damage plus 10 for 24 damage. 4 damage.
Almost got another 20 on that one. Almost. Oh. Okie dokie. And that's
So
my
then
turn.
Dealt. So I dealt plus 13. And nicely done, Tekken. At the end of your turn, Tekken. Let's see.
You guys are having way too much fun with these mushroom gifts.
Oh God, that last one is kind of disturbing.
Why is that one a thing?
And because that last one is kind of disturbing, Tekken, can actually, you know what? We're just gonna roll this. Okay, so you move to this this larger mushroom and punch it. You deal your damage, but then it decides it's going to try to retaliate, and it hits you. And when it hits you, a few things happen. First off, you kind of feel spores trying to inject themselves at the site that you got punched. You take 14 bludgeoning damage from the hit itself, and then you take 21 necrotic damage as those spores kind of inject themselves into you and start decaying some of your
Wait,
flesh.
what was the second?
So the first is 14, the second is 21.
21.
Next up, I need you to make a Constitution save for me.
Constitution save.
So these spores, like I said, they enter into you, and you start actually kind of feeling them. Again, with all your martial training and everything, you start feeling like something inside has changed, has occurred. Something with these spores that are now in you are mixing with the rest of you and doing something bad. And now it is Kit's turn. Kit.
Well, I
I
suppose.
What?
I think I will just cast. Oh, do I still have my my little buddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
My buddy.
I think it'll last for a few
My
hours. I can't
buddy.
remember exactly how long it lasts.
Yeah.
It should last as long as my ability to uh wild shape. 6 hours. I have 6 hours. Cool.
Yeah, that's more than enough time.
Yeah. Boy. So I'm going to use my. Let's see. Use my fourth. Wait, use my fourth level spell. Actually, that's not really strong. Hang on. Nah, that's gonna be better. I'm gonna go ahead and use Firebolt and cast it at my nearest enemy. Yeah!
Okay. That
Woo!
nice. The nearest
My
enemy
ears.
is going to be one of the
Whoosh.
smaller stalks. Otherwise, you're definitely going to risk hitting Tekken. Nice. That is actually that's a 20. I don't even need to worry about that. 34 damage. Holy crap. 64, 5, 6, 67 damage.
Nice.
Unless I say this thing it is not. Okay, you're good. 67 damage.
Oh no!
It catches
My
fire.
favorite one.
What?
No! My favorite
What?
gift had left.
Uh-oh.
I'm very upset.
Which GIF?
All the gifts that I was using. I'm really upset. They ruined my gifts.
That's why you gotta save them and not, do what I do, which is rely on Discord having them. There you go. Are you gonna do anything else?
Oh, I will also shillelagh my nearest opponent. And I will skadoosh.
So you're gonna shillelagh, so you're going to move into range with these things.
Yup, I'm just gonna go full on forward.
You first set the thing on fire, then you move to it and smacked it with your stick. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Sounds good. You dealt 8 damage to it. Cool. Birds don't look at explosions. Is that your turn?
That is going to be my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Kit, you have now also moved into range with the bigger stalk, mushroom stalk. And the bigger mushroom stalk looks at you and tries to punch you. And succeeds. Can you give me a Constitution save, Kit?
I will, because my constitution is the best!
You never are supposed to say that before you
Oh,
roll. That okay.
I am the greatest. Oh no!
You take 14 bludgeoning damage as the fist makes contact with you.
Warding flare.
And then I am going to let Jeff make a decision if he wants to take the roll that I made before or the 20 that I just rolled.
Hang on. I
feel like that shouldn't even be a thought.
I mean, warding flare gives disadvantage. So my two rolls, technically the 20 is the one that would be dropped, and then my other one, which is the one that also hit, would be the one that goes.
The worst.
But I'm still waiting if there's something specific that you want to do, Jeff.
Yes, I have something.
Okay.
It's taking my computer forever.
You're good.
That is what I have.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, what were my options? I'm sorry, I was too busy getting
No, you're good. Your options are you get hit in either case. But it was a valiant attempt by Tortuga to help you out.
Yes.
On the bright side, Tortuga did make me waste a roll of a 20. So,
wouldn't really call it a waste, but you know.
So you said I take 14 damage plus what?
14 bludgeoning damage plus 21 necrotic damage, as when this mushroom makes contact with you, you actually feel spores inject into you.
Oh, that hurts so much. Anyway, that is all my stuff.
Oh, and I'm not going to worry about that one.
Oh, no.
It is now Tortuga, your turn.
I would like to use my new spell, and I love it because I can cast it as many times as I want. It is Corona of Light.
Ow.
So you're going to get a crown made out of light? Or a beer? One way or the other.
Or a virus.
Corona of Light, yeah.
Corona of Light?
Is that what is that? A cantrip or something?
Corona of Light?
Oh, it's his class feat.
Okay. It's this. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool deal. I'm like, that's familiar, but I don't think it's a... Yeah, you're good. You emit bright light.
So if any of us cast a fire or radiant damage spell at them, they get disadvantage on it.
Fun.
So if you cast... Oh, okay. Cool.
This is great because Kit's immune to fire, even though he's within range, and I mean, I'm sure Tekken can dodge, but this should be fun.
Yes. Tekken can dodge, even though he's carrying the pig that will summon Magpie if it dies.
I mean, it's not going to summon Magpie. It's going to summon something Magpie adjacent, so it's not really the same
Magpie
thing.
adjacent.
Yeah. So... Is that your turn, Tortuga?
He still has his bonus action, depending on whatever this class feat works as.
I don't want to get in combat range, so I'm just going to use Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
Level 3.
Okay. Give me the attack and the roll. And then tell me who you're hitting.
the little one.
You hit. Are you attacking the one that's been hit or the other one?
The one that's been hit.
Okay. I figure, but I don't want to assume. Cool deal. You deal some damage to it. Is that all?
Yes.
Okay. At the end of your turn, the big one makes another punch at, who do you think? That's right, Tekken.
Warding Flare?
You already used your warding. Wait.
But you have a Tortuga. You have a
Actually-
spell that maximizes healing, right?
Technically, that will work because it was just your turn. So you got your reaction back. So let me do this double. I hit. Yay.
I think I
Um,
do. Let me look.
What was the healing spell, Tortuga? Is that what you're
I
saying?
don't know. Something that I'm pretty sure he has one that
Something that
maximizes healing or
maximizes healing.
something.
Mm. In the meantime, Tekken, you take 14 bludgeoning damage and then another 21 necrotic damage.
35 damage.
Yep. And you still have an insanely high amount of hit points, I think. Yep, you do. So, nope, ignore me. Next up, we have Sax.
Wonderful. All right. Well, I will start off by casting my Mantle of Inspiration. Give everybody the temporary health points. But in addition to that, Kit and Tekken should now be able to move away from the big guy without provoking any opportunity attacks. So if you guys want to not
So,
be next to him,
Tekken,
great.
you realize that you can't gain those 10 hit points for some reason.
Doesn't stop the other effect, though.
This is true. Kit, actually, the same goes for you. You also feel like you can't gain
I also
those
what you
temporary
cut
hit
out. I'm
points.
sorry.
Oh, sorry. Both Tekken and Kit cannot gain those 10 hit points.
And I'm
Or-
sorry, you cut out on me again.
Here, let me type.
He's saying you don't get the temporary hit points.
Ah,
There you go.
no HP. Got it.
However, you can move away from the giant monster guy.
Yes, without opportunity attacks.
So if you want to get out of melee range,
I
so he
do
doesn't
wanna
keep
do
on
that.
sporing you,
In
that'd
fact.
be a good idea.
I guess I'll do that. That sounds nice and pleasant. Especially with this magpie adjacent summoning device strapped to me.
Oh, yeah, which also reminds me, with that hit, can you give me a dexterity save?
Oh yeah!
Sorry.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh,
Yours-
you don't have to
Okay.
give one kit. That's not.
You don't need to worry about it.
You don't
This
need
is-
one.
This is
That's
Tekken.
why you don't hold the pig.
That is correct.
Could you imagine if Kit was
Did
holding
we
the
maybe
pig?
find a big sitter?
Oh. Well, I thought you said give me a dex.
No, he was telling Tekken to.
Okay, that's good.
All right. So now that I've gotten them out of the way, I will now cast Wall of Fire.
Oh my gosh, I was just thinking, like, what if we let Kit have the pig and, like, he thought it was his friend and then we had to kill it later?
Oh, God.
That would just be rehashing
so
the same
traumatic.
story.
So
I mean,
here's
we
what would
technically
happen.
have to kill it because I mean,
We'll set this scenario, right? So Kit is given the pig, and he's like, "This is my best friend. I'm gonna call him Mr. Oinkers. He's gonna take care of him. He's gonna feed him. He's gonna fall, it's gonna be like his best friend. He's gonna love the pig." He's like, "I have a new pet," and then someone's gonna have to break the news to him.
We'll be eating breakfast the next morning. He takes a plate of bacon. Hey, anyone see the pig?
Where's
Oinkers?
Oinkers go? You're eating him.
So which spell did you cast?
Wall of Fire.
Before Wall of Fire.
My mental inspiration. It's not a spell. It's my feat.
Oh, Bard, class feat.
Yes.
Check one thing.
And they get disadvantage.
And they do have disadvantage thanks to that corona of light.
Well, 2 of them do.
There's more.
Okay,
than
cool.
2.
So it can use its reaction too. There's 3 total. There's one big one and 2 small ones. 2 of them are affected by that corona. Okay, cool. Yep. I just wanted to make sure that I was reading it correctly because they use their reaction in order to.
Yes, immediately, without the opportunity attack.
Yep, which is a very good idea.
Yeah, I'm aware.
And now you're casting Wall of Fire. So they need. I forget. It's a dex save.
It's a dex save, yeah.
So your spell save is
19.
So this one. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Nope. That one makes it. Is it half damage? Yep, half damage. So what was the amount of damage that you rolled for that?
Oh, I haven't rolled it yet.
$22. Oh, nice. So this one takes 11. Wait. Nope. This thing does not like fire at all. So instead, it actually takes...
Say what now?
It says it doesn't like fire, so cast every fire spell you have available.
And then this one
Okay.
burns and dies. So one of the small ones just kind of burns up in the wall, and the other one takes some damage. And that worked out really well to your favor. So yeah, that was very good. Is that your turn, Sax?
That is my turn, actually.
Okay, and now we move on to Gur. Gur, it's your turn.
Okay, I can manifest an echo 15 feet away. Can that keep me on one side of the wall of fire and let the echo get close to the bad guys?
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting we have other melee fighters in the group. My bad.
That's okay. All right, so my echo is out, and I can make attacks from his position. A 19 and hit.
A 19 will hit. You're going for the big one?
Sure, always go for the big one.
A 19 will hit. And damage. You have with that one hit actually taken out with those hits. Taken out the big one. You took out the big one.
Nice.
Dead.
Oh.
However, as it dies,
oh boy.
I'm going to need Gur, Tekken, and Kit.
No.
To give me a con saving throw.
Give you a what throw?
Constitution.
Constitution.
I'm gonna use my
God.
my thingy, my dragon sword. Get a second one on
And I
that.
broke.
I have the best con. Oh no!
Gur has advantage, or yeah.
Those rolls, my gosh, Gur, those are like
The
two ends of the
extremes.
spectrum.
Try that again.
Literal extremes.
Come on.
It
Oh
happens.
yeah. There we go. That's what I want to see.
Okay, so what's going to happen here is as the big one dies, it explodes in a giant puff of spores. Tekken and Gur, they actually
Wait,
take
would those spores get past the wall of fire?
yes. So Tekken and Gur take nothing. Kit, however,
Please don't.
I'm gonna check on one thing before I do this.
God no.
I tried, Kit. I tried.
Did you?
What?
Did you?
I
Kit,
literally put up a giant wall of fire. I didn't know spores can go through that.
Kit, you're going to take 55
Oh my.
Oh God.
poison damage,
Oh sweet God.
and you're poisoned for 1 hour.
I'm going to die.
Oh, you're not. I have spells to cure poison. You'll be fine.
I have very little health. I'm hurting and
Same here.
pain.
I also have healing spells. Relax.
Do you want to attack Tortuga before you die?
Probably. I think that would be best.
And then
I think-
I don't think he got it there.
I
Oh.
think that for Sax's healing to be effective, he needs to do
No.
what Recovery Girl does and give little kisses out to the people. Just saying, putting it out
Nah.
there.
You do know that I can do my spells through my familiar, right? Just
Well,
want to put that out there.
Yeah.
the other one that died, that got killed and was sitting there, also goes as spores are released. Can you all,
Oh my god.
those three of you who I already asked to give me Constitution saves, give me another Constitution?
Ooh.
Wait, you want me to give you another one?
Oh, 18.
Mhm. That is correct.
Is 18 good, or do I need to like redo that?
I would hope 18 is
18's
good.
18 is
I
good.
was about to say, because that's near 20.
Oh, 15 is good, because good gosh.
The 12 and the 15 are not.
Alright.
I'm
gonna
going
use-
to die.
I will use my inspiration.
Okay, it's a good idea. Kit, I think you have inspiration too if you'd like to use that.
I feel like you
Yeah,
should.
I'll do that again.
Okay. Both Gur
No,
and
even worse.
Oh gosh.
Yay.
Kit.
Also
Okay.
worse.
So, Tortuga, did you
I'm-
find that spell that maximizes healing? Because,
So Both of
I
you
sure did. I sure did.
take 55 more poison damage.
I am dead.
what a
You're not dead, you're dying. Big difference.
I am dying. I have
Um,
negative health.
As long as you don't take enough damage
Dadgummit.
in one hit that equals your max health, you won't instantly die. You're just dying until you're stabilized. And Kit, give me a death saving throw. Oh, actually, hold on a second.
I would like to. How do I do so here?
It's this. Hold on a second.
Is it D20? Just roll a straight 20.
It should be. Well, you. You can
I
actually.
don't have a button.
this-
I don't have
uh-oh.
a
There we go.
button to click here.
If you click on, actually, you should have a button there, but you should be able to do that, and it will automatically. Or it should. Roll one.
I think it
If
should run
you
a 20.
if you're
Oh,
on roll 20, I mean, blah.
Oh, the
If
app,
you go
yeah,
all the way
there's
to negative health, yeah, it'll show up.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
I
at the
mean,
top, I think.
it should where your health was let you if you click. There we go. That's interesting though, because it doesn't actually let you. From what I see, it doesn't let you roll it. It just tracks it.
yeah, that's
Oh.
all it does. It just tracks it for me.
Yeah. So the command that I showed you
He just
in
did it.
there, well, it looks like he just rolled a d20. But
I'm not sure. I want to see what happens anyway.
for tracking
Oh, oh no! Let's fix that.
Uh,
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't track it on my.
it actually might update itself now.
It doesn't
Yep,
track it
it
on
does.
the.
Refresh your page, and you'll see that now you have. What? It shows that you have one success on your page now.
Yeah,
but
because I put the success on there after I got that 19.
Oh, okay. Yep, you're good. Don't worry about that then. Yeah,
Okay,
just
I will leave
roll
it.
the d20s, and we'll
That'll
figure it
work
out
for
from there.
me.
But I do want you to fix that, so I'm trying to remember exactly how the command for.
Anyway, I am gonna die now. Goodbye.
You are not going to die.
Okay, yeah, do
Someone help him punch me first.
do that, Kit.
Copy. The paste. Oops.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And now your character sheet should still reflect appropriately. Okay.
Refreshment.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Anywho, we were on Gur's turn, and Gur has only made one attack after all of this so far. Gur, you're still alive.
Yeah.
So you still have the rest of your turn.
I am poisoned,
You are.
so that is disadvantage.
Yep.
Which does not matter.
Oh, nice.
Not the
That's
same
gonna hit.
thing.
Gonna be great when this one explodes too. I mean, what? 12 damage.
And 4 more. And that should be it.
Wait, does
Okay.
the Hero's Feast cure poison as well as make you immune to it?
Yes, it does.
I
Yeah.
think it does.
Good. Good.
We
But they
just
gotta
need
eat
to
it.
have like a little picnic for an hour.
Sounds about that works.
Sure, you'll
How
have
many
to
of those gems have you bought?
A lot.
enough.
I don't think
I
so.
also
I got-
bought backup bowls just in case because I figured something like this might happen.
Or I should say, how many of the bowls did you buy? Because I thought it was like 3, unless I was wrong.
Thought it was not
It was
used up.
like it wasn't used.
Was it not?
It's used, but I thought I bought at least one from the dude last time.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying is I thought you had purchased 3, if I recall.
I secretly
you
purchased
should
some as
have-
well.
You should have.
Maybe I forgot to put it on my inventory.
Well, tell you what, as the DM, I'm saying that you have at least 3.
Wonderful.
And there is also there are the two gems actually that you got the last time you blew up the giant thing in our last session. There was an opal, and then there was the other gem that seemed to be linked to a plane, but you're not quite sure. But yes, was that it for you, Gur, or you got more to do?
That's all I can do.
Okay. So the big one is dead. The small one is dead. The last small one Look, that one also had advantage on things, but it's okay. Mm, yeah. So we are going to. Yeah, this one is actually going to reach out and slash at nothing because it's on the other side of the fire. It's going to stupidly try to run through the fire, in which it has to make another dexterity save of 17, I think you said?
19.
19.
At a disadvantage.
At a
It actually works
disadvantage.
out to even because this thing is magically resistant. So we are negating, and it's just a straight up roll, which it failed anyway. You want to roll that damage for it?
Yeah. Hold on a second. I need to find it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, wait. I still failed, even with his normal. Okay. Oh, nice. 24. So it runs through the fire, and it's on fire as it runs. It looks like it's running right towards Gur, actually, and hauls it towards Gur, and then slashes at Gur once, twice. It only hits once.
3 times a mushroom.
I mean, it could try to hit 3 times. And it hits you for 14 damage, Gur.
I will uncanny dodge and only take 7.
Okay, sounds good. And that is its turn. We move on to Tekken. Tekken, it's your turn.
Okay.
There is a thing that just ran through the fire to try to attack Gur.
Well, alrighty then.
That'll hit for 11. That'll hit.
Alright, spend the key point.
Crap, I was going to say let the casters finish this off, but now you just moved yourself.
Oh,
into
he
the
certainly
range.
did with the pig.
Well, I spend a key point, but I have an attack, so I could just jump away with my
Would you kindly do
Jump
so?
away.
step of the wind. Alright, let me
I am fine, and I'm able to move.
going to
Don't worry, I'll take care of that.
I'm gonna
It's late.
disengage and jump away, far away, as far as I can.
55 feet?
Yep.
Interesting choice.
Don't listen to him.
60 feet.
He's trying to bait you.
Oh, no, not at all. I guess that's Tekken's turn.
Yep.
We now move on to Kit.
Kit's dying.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
I was just waiting to see if Kit was. I mean, Kit needs to give me a death save throw.
Caw.
Oosh. Woo!
Okay, that's another
Yeah,
save
you
on
will
your
not
end.
take me.
And now we move on to Tortuga.
Hey, we might not even have to. We might not even have to waste a spell slot on him. He's gonna
That's
heal
true.
himself.
You
At this
say
rate,
this,
yeah.
and then the very next things that happen. Rapid death.
That could be bad.
I'm gonna cast Fireball at the last one. using my ring of fire.
What's the range of fireball?
20 foot.
Okay.
I feel like sometimes. Do you
What?
not have a more
Oh,
precise
the range is
spell?
150.
Well, the range is 150, but the radius is 20 feet. Yeah.
Do you not have a more precise spell that you can use?
Ah, damn it. I need to be 14th level. I can save myself from dying.
I'm
At
gonna
what level?
use like a
I need one more level in Druid.
Oh, gotcha.
like I said, I'm gonna use Scorching Ray at level 4.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
I mean,
So
if you want me to be honest, Tekken with the pig is far enough away from Fireball that it will not hit. Unless, in fact, it's impossible because there's not even an attack roll made. So it won't hit Tekken and the pig if you wanted to do Fireball, if that was your concern.
I was more concerned about Gur being in melee range of this thing. So
Oh, that's fair.
Scorching Ray at level 4. That means I get 5 fireballs, 5 Scorching Rays.
5 Fireball.
I was like, well, that's the opposite of what I want you to do right now.
You know, I like it. Well, we'll go with it. No, I'm not giving you 5 fireballs. That'll hit. So the first one hits for 6. The next one hits for 7. The next one hits for 2. And the last one hits for... Man, you are on fire with those rolls. No pun intended, but...
Dadgummit.
So, I will tell you that it has exactly 2 health left, and then you hit it for 2.
Nice.
So it's dead. But...
Oh, I was about to spiritual weapon.
Except...
Hold on a minute. Make a roll. Except 20. And just hits. Grr. So as this last one gets smashed with all this damage, and dies, a bit of its mushroomy blood spurts out and hits you and deals 24 acid damage.
Ew.
Okay.
But it's dead. That is it. Now, they're gone. There is still a bunch of the mycelium kind of in this room. Lots of fungus and stuff. Let's see. Yep. So lots of fungusy stuff still in the room. And that is it. Y'all have taken out the things that are in here. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so
Hey, how
glad
big's
I'm
this
not
room?
dead.
Oh my goodness. I cast Healing Light on Kit.
Woo!
For some reason,
Uh,
Kit appears to be unable to gain hit points.
Wait,
What? What? You did
hey,
what?
how big's this room?
You mean I'm still sort of at 1 HP?
You're actually just straight up dying still.
I'm still dying?
It's because he's poisoned.
So I need you to give me. It's not actually the poison. I need you to give me another death save.
Oh no! Be alive!
Can I do Spare the Dying?
Spare the Dying stabilizes a creature, right?
I believe so.
Correct. It does not heal. It stabilizes.
Yes, you can do Spare the Dying, which will stabilize him so he's not dying, but he is still at 0 hit points.
What?
Can we shove food into his mouth?
You can attempt to,
I mean, at this
Why?
point,
but he is unconscious.
doesn't mean he can't swallow. Just mean
Hey,
it's not
is
going to
the
be
room
fun
at
for
least
him.
120 feet by 120 feet by 120 feet?
What?
The
Why?
room is
Why are
yes.
you? I was like, why are you asking?
Yeah,
that?
sure. Yes, we're gonna go with that.
Before, why?
Oh, are you trying to cast some type of sanctuary spell?
Yeah, I'm gonna do Temple of the Gods.
Okay, I could do a tiny hut and keep us safe for 8 hours in a force shield.
Yeah, but I mean that's a tiny hut. This is a temple that we could take a long rest in.
Well, technically, we could take a long rest in the hut too,
Yeah,
but
it fits 9 people and there's just 5 of us.
I mean, you got
And
a
you wouldn't
hut
have to.
or a temple.
yeah, but you would save a spell slot. I'm assuming his hut is ritual, which means he
Yeah.
won't use any, or they won't use any
No
spell
slots.
Wait, yeah. So I mean, and what spell slot is your temple at anyway?
It's a 7, but if we take a long rest, I mean,
Yeah.
it lasts for
Oh
24
yeah, we would
hours.
get it back anyway. But I mean,
If you want to make a temple, make a temple.
I was just about to say, like, are there any other bonuses to this temple being erected, or it's just basically a giant temple?
No one can enter it unless they make a very, very high charisma saving throw.
So I could enter it fine, even if you tried to stop me.
Whenever any creature in the temple regains hit points from a spell of level 1 or higher, the creature regains additional hit points equal to my wisdom modifier.
So you want to spend how long in there?
I guess we're gonna at least
Apparently-
long enough for a long rest after
You want to cast healing spells and then long rest?
Well, I mean, technically,
Yes.
we should be able to just long rest and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Healing wise, Kit's the problem.
Am I as always am?
I could do a greater restoration too, I think.
I don't think that one works on poison. I have one of my instruments has a poison curing spell, I think.
Greater restoration, I think, works on everything, and we could do a hero's feast in there too.
You
we-
have
you
to you have to pick what it is that you're trying to. You get one effect with Greater Restoration.
Yeah, because I don't think it's not a cure all. It works on like the stronger status effects, basically. Which one of these things is the poison curing one anyway? No, that's not that one. It's also not that one.
All right, so we're conjuring up a temple and trying to rest.
Apparently.
I would like to make a note.
If we rest, I will die.
Well,
Okay.
that's not
You're
entirely true. You've been
stable.
stabilized.
You're not going to die. You're just unconscious, and the party has to carry you around everywhere. I will note that both Kit and Gur were poisoned, but Gur actually did regain the hit points. Kit did not.
Wait, then What's stopping him from gaining the hit points then?
I
Why
cast
am I?
protection from
Why am I out
poison
of
at
luck?
second level.
I will note
I
again
don't know.
that both Gur and Kit are poisoned, but Gur did
Hmm.
regain the hit.
Oh yeah.
So the poison isn't what's causing it. It's something else.
Oh no!
Wait, what else happened to Kit during that fight? Other
Bad
than
Hey,
genetics.
maybe if we kill him and I bring him back,
Um,
he'll end whatever effect is.
As dead as I am, I'm never too dead to scream no.
hmm. I think we should at least try curing Gur of the poison first, though, so that they're not like slowly losing health while we're debating this. Because probably,
The poison just gives me
I
disadvantage on
cast
rolls.
protection.
oh, it's not actual like
I cast.
poison.
Yeah, I'm not losing over time. It's not damage over time.
Oh, okay then, you're fine. So we need to just figure out why Kit's not being healed.
Well, maybe he's infected by some other mushroom.
I mean,
Huh.
we're about to take a long rest, so let me just go through some stuff. I
Did
cast
I
remove
attack you with it?
curse.
Hmm.
Okay. And
Did it
who are
work?
you targeting?
Kit.
You're casting remove curse on Kit?
Yeah.
Okay. Just verifying that that is what you're trying to do. As you
I
attempt
don't like the way this is sounding.
I mean, at this
cast
point,
remove curse on Kit, you feel that a curse has been removed from Kit.
oh, wonderful.
Yay!
So I'm assuming that means he can be healed now, correct?
I don't know. Someone's got to try to heal him, right?
Honestly, I cast Healing Light.
Cool. How much does he heal for?
Well, I could choose between 1 to 3 d6s, so I'll just use the one for now to not waste the other if that doesn't work.
Okay. I would also like to note that Tekken did not regain hit points.
Oh, what the crap?
What is happening?
I
Did
cast
you
remove curse
uncurse him too?
for him too.
There you go. Okay. Tekken can regain hit points again too. Tekken just wasn't dying, so I was going to get to him once we figured out Kit.
Okay. So yes, Healing Light on Kit.
So, Kit, you regain how much?
1d6.
Hey,
Oh.
at least you're not dying yet. Or what am I trying to say? At least you're not at 0. That's it. That's the.
Okay. So that worked. So now we can actually rest, and I'm assuming that would fully heal us, and we'll be fine.
Yeah. The poison
Yeah.
condition
Let's go
goes
to the temple.
away.
Take a nap.
Poison
Let's do
condition
that.
goes away in an hour.
Let's do that.
And only creatures that you allow inside, right?
I think so.
Let me.
He said
Me.
anything else needs a very large charisma save to get through.
See. How many did you pick? All of those types?
Yeah, everybody. Nobody can get in. Yeah.
And I just don't want to check, but no one selected a race that is considering them a fae, right? I don't think so.
Not in this
But-
campaign.
So
But
you
the
should be
problem,
good there.
though, is do they consider the fiend thing? Is that related to
No.
demons?
You're okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're humanoid,
You're a person.
so you're good. However, Father Goose would actually not be able to enter. What am I looking?
Hey, and nobody can divine us in this temple either. I mean, I'm not sure how that helps us, but I'm sure it does somehow.
Well, it prevents them from doing things like scrying and stuff while we're here and knowing. So I mean,
So 4 hours go to pass. And in that amount of time, what's your charisma save, Tortuga?
How high do they have to roll?
Yeah. What's your spell save?
Let me look real quick. Hold on.
It is a 19.
19.
Bonk.
I think somebody just got denied access.
Fun.
Yes, actually.
So someone is trying to get in.
You
Which
just felt the
that
pings of
could go.
3 things being denied access.
Oh.
I mean, even if it gets in, it has to make a saving throw. Yeah, it gets subtracted by 4.
And then you all successfully, because you're not interrupted, get the remaining 4 hours of rest. So you get a full long rest.
Nice.
Do you think we can
Once
stop
the long
here?
rest is over, I'm going to cook a hero's feast for everybody.
Okay, make sure you.
Oh yeah,
Well,
it's
first
1
off,
o'clock.
make sure that you mark down 1 bowl, because I said I'll give you 3.
Yes.
And yes, if you all would like to stop here, we can. Just make a note where we last left off. That way, yeah.
I'm going to do this so I don't forget either.
What?
Cannot cast spell.
Oh yeah. I haven't been keeping up with it on this.
Sax.
Hmm?
You noticed during the entire time that any damage, anything that came towards Thunderwing just kind of harmlessly passed through her. Even though she was, with y'all, you did notice that any of the fire, any of the damage, any of the spores, everything that went towards her just seemed to not affect her.
Well, that's not suspicious at all.
Oh
Hear
no.
that. I relay that information to the group telepathically after re-upping our bond.
Cool deal.
Did I do like detect undead?
Yeah, you can do it. Detect undead.
I'm sure I have a spell like that. Hold on.
I would like to investigate.
You gonna touch
Oh
it?
yeah, let me do that first.
What are you investigating?
Whether or
I
not.
want a poker.
Yeah.
That sounds appropriate.
I want to use my inspiration and poker again.
That sounds worse.
I don't. You poke her, and she goes, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Did my finger go through her, or did I poke her?
She got poked,
Hmm.
and she looks at you and says, "I've never." And she flits away and flies towards Kit instead.
I did it, sneakily.
I
I
feel
would
like
like to.
I have so many questions, Tortuga, and I don't want the answer to any of them.
I was like, I feel like you could have phrased that a bit better, but no, it's fine. It's all fine. All fine.
We're gonna have to have training after this.
We are
Jeez.
multiple
It
ones.
was totally not consensual, but I did it sneakily.
So now we're really gonna be on trial because they're gonna be like, so could you show us on the doll? It's like, yeah, this is happening. This is happening. Honestly.
This is why Balkan said he knew about all the things that we've done.
This
All
is
the
the
things that
reason
we've done.
the safety tools exist in.
Now the question is, why were the attacks passing through her? Is there something she's not telling us?
I mean, y'all
All
can
right,
check.
I gotta
and
go to sleep, guys.
ask questions. Night, Ramblin'. Thanks for playing.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
I'm actually getting off here too. I gotta finish my laundry.
Okie dokie. Do Jeff and RPG know if they're going to be here next weekend?
I most likely
Next-
won't be.
Okay.
Saturday. I